The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. Another 7 days around this, of which we've spent most of those together. Hi, I'm Tom. This is WCW That's Live. Every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we gather to watch the forgotten quote-unquote television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Hello. Again, for the third night in a row, everyone in the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club, a.k.a. the chat. Hello to everybody on Twitch. Told y'all, you're watching this YouTube VOD. I told y'all Sunday and Monday, man. Tuesday, I ain't going over there. I'm on Twitch, baby. Well, with all my folks. This is the real app, the real deal. This is where the shooters are. Where we... I don't know where I was going with that bit. Anyway, you're on YouTube. Thank you for, if you did, for paying for a sub membership to my channel. They're all great, and I'll be there Sunday evening at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern for a monthly members only stream. We'll have some fun. We'll have a lot of fun together. We'll do that. If you don't know what we're watching on Sunday, I'll tell you here in a bit. I'm on Cameo too. Please somebody pay me to do something on Cameo soon. I feel sad. Nobody pays me to do anything on Cameo anymore. I'm not a good boy. Anymore. I have a praise kink. I have a Cameo praise kink. Please feed me money to say things on Cameo. Also, got a Discord. Chat it up. We chop it up on the Discord 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. About all sorts of things. Wrestling. We're in there. And you get exclusive information. I was gonna do a bit for you. But I actually was giving out information about the streams this week. But I had to do the whole schedule change. The Discord got it first. So if you're someone that's like, man, when is Tom streaming? Even though I pretty much stream the same time every Tuesday. And I pretty much, most Sundays I'm streaming. I gotta change, it's in the Discord. So anyway, in a second, we're gonna watch WCW Saturday Night. But hey, dude, I was looking at the file. It's weird. It's only like an hour and a half because no commercials. I'm sorry to let you all down. I sincerely am. But we gotta fill that half hour that doesn't have WCW Saturday Night. So I looked up the episode of WCW Worldwide from the same day, March 7th, 1998. So you're getting two shows. Count Darrow, thank you for the bits. Also, before I go forward, shout out to Wrestling Fan 8, Whole Effin' Show 13, and Big Al Bass 86 for becoming followers of mine on Twitch before I went live. Thank you all so much. Ghost of Apprentice, I don't know if I could do it for only $10. I can't say mean things about Scotland. Without Scotland, I'm not here. Scotland's the reason why I stream. I've said that before on his show. I don't know, maybe I'll sell him out. I think my cut of it would be like $7. Yeah, maybe I'll sell him out. Anyway, we gotta go. I gotta get watching wrestling. It's 4 minutes past the hour. What are we doing? It's my face. I'm talking to you here. Let's go.
This is WCW Worldwide Wrestling. Hi, everybody.
All right, we're starting out worldwide. We got Jerry Flynn in the ring, and his opponent is Gold Billberg. To face Jerry Flynn. Hello, Yankee Hawk. Glad you watched Botchamania Stagwire. Literally, I've said it last night. I literally have had family members who don't watch wrestling call me and text me, "Hey, you were on Botchamania." A rare Goldberg worldwide match. Optimum Vision, thank you for the Prime sub. We got a hype train going. Where are we in the streak? I have no idea, and neither do they. They'll never say a number. So the reason why Jerry Flynn wrestled Goldberg so much during the streak is because Jerry Flynn was probably Goldberg's best opponent. Jerry Flynn figured out how to have a good match with Goldberg before anybody else did. That's what I call Goldberg as his screamer. Fantastic. What you do with Goldberg is you just do shoot style. And then when he gets tired, you let him spear you. Look at this. Look at this. Jerry Flynn's good, man. He rules. I did a video about why he rules once.
Mr. Flynn, take a run.
Mr. Flynn.
Look at the neck of the man. Look at the shoulder.
This is, I think they taped this in like early, like, oh fuck, that spear had to suck. His head whacked off the canvas. I think this is around the time he was feuding to Mongo. The difference between the Regal match and the Flynn match is Jerry Flynn at least had the sense to like give Goldberg openings to get out of shit. Peggy Lee Leather in the audience there with her Hispanic platonic friend.
Goldberg and fans, as you know, Uncensored is 1 week away during the course of this program.
Brent, thank you for the bits. Hype.
And Uncensored, here it is again.
We're doing some good stuff tonight. We're starting with Bill Goldberg and Jerry Flynn. Glacier was a good Goldberg opponent too until they did a leg sweep spot in a Nitro match and Goldberg blew out Glacier's knee. Did you say he's undefeated in life?
And just dropped him. Your winner, Goldberg. Goldberg is the winner.
Get you. Scrapper's gonna get you. One of the all-time great moments in WCW history. Peggy Lee Leather yelling at Sting. Scrapper's gonna get you.
More great action coming up on WCW Worldwide, but let me take a moment to remind our fans
Lee.
about the next big WCW pay-per-view event, Uncensored.
Lee in his
There's a reason why
spandex
it's
undershirt.
called that. Coming up March 15th from Mobile, Alabama. If you
Here's
can't
a
make
thought
it
for you. If
there
any
live,
of you who know
Alabama,
Lightning Mike
contact
Quackenbush
your cable
is,
operator
imagine
and
Lee
join us by
Marshall
way
wearing
of
Mike
pay-per-view.
Quackenbush's
Tell them you
beard.
want to be part of Uncensored.
That's what that shirt
Live.
looks like.
You Dish owners, contact Turner Premier or the Dish Network. Do what you need to do. Call all the calls you need to make, but join us for Uncensored.
Call all the calls
March
you need to
15th.
make.
We've talked
Please.
about the main event, talked
Call
about the
all the
Cruiserweight Championship
calls.
on the line. Let's spend a little time talking about the World Television title. Booker T, you have held this title 2 times, but now you're going to be facing a man, a former United States heavyweight champion, a man that has been Cruiserweight champion of the world, Eddie Guerrero. Would
I think
sure
this is
love
the
to get
nicest
the
anyone
trifecta
dressed on
at your
WCW
expense.
Worldwide after
Well, look
like
here, on Thunder,
1982.
Eddie, you got yourself a cheap win, by hook or by crook. It don't make no difference because it's all good in the hood, like I say. But Eddie Guerrero,
Rhymes.
on
He has
Uncensored
rhymes.
Sucker, you going to get the beating of your life. Now, can you dig it?
I think he can dig it. I know fans all around the world would dig it if you could put this guy on the back shelf for a while. But Guerrero, a very determined young athlete, like I said, would love nothing more than to win
Determined
this
is what you
strap
call a
at your
wrestler when you
expense,
have
Booker.
forget
You smell
all the
that?
other adjectives.
Do you smell that? Eddie Guerrero, brother, I'm going to be all over you like a Mexican.
Why is
plate
Lee
lunch, so you
holding
better get
the
ready 'cause
microphone
it's gonna
like
get
he's
hot.
confused
It's
on how
gonna
to
get
use
real
it?
hot. I'm going to
Like,
turn it
which
up
end of
and
this
suck
thing
up
do they
on
take
30
into?
watt. So get ready, because I am the world television champion. Now, can you dig it?
I knew I was smelling menudo. I just wasn't quite sure that you had the recipe.
Hey, you racist
All right,
asshole.
somebody's going to have the recipe. One will be
Get it?
versus
Because
the other.
they're
Eddie
Hispanic,
Guerrero
like
against
Eddie
Booker T.
Guerrero.
Uncensored coming up March 15th. Call your cable operator and join us on pay-per-view.
We welcome you
Make
back,
it black,
WCW
Murder Man.
Worldwide Wrestling from Universal Studios,
Yeah, Booker
Florida.
T
You know,
always
Greg,
dressed
our
to
next
main
big
event,
later on
not
here
to
in the month of March is Uncensored. For the past
the,
couple of years, the fans
Goldberg
know what that
opponent,
means. And that means
Bobby
anything
Heenan
goes.
wearing his
Bizarre
nicest
matches,
sweater.
Wild matches featuring WCW.
Or is he wearing a t-shirt over a sweater?
Anything can happen in Uncensored in the
What
month
is
of
this
March.
look?
And it usually does happen. Sometimes you see things you're not supposed to see on television and then
Like
pay-per-view, yes. Then you
penises.
see things that you'd like to see, and then sometimes the NWO threatens your life, and they want to come up and destroy the set, and then everything's uncensored, so they can get away with everything. I don't like it.
You're really shaking up,
Well,
aren't you?
yeah,
He's
Eric
trying to do
Bischoff
a
challenges
bit.
and
Kind of
threatens
like me.
everybody. I don't
It's
like
not
it.
laying
Settle
there.
down. We'll go to the ring and talk about it after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a one-fall contest. Introducing first from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Barry Darso.
You know, Brain, we're going to see as Barry Darso makes his way in later on.
Barry
in the program,
Darso, baby.
The challenge
Number
that
one
led to the
uncle
cage match
wrestler.
between Hollywood Hogan and the Macho Man Randy Savage, and the acceptance. And that cage match will be next Sunday, part of Uncensored.
Well, you know, Hogan's got
Boo! We don't like you.
to challenge Savage.
That man up there appears to be half wolf.
What he wants.
Barry
Again
Darso with
next
his
Sunday
sweet
as we take you back to David
dad
Fincher for the
sweater.
next ring announcement.
His opponent from
Congrats to
Tampa,
Barry
Florida,
Darso for making the
Jeff
WWE Hall of
Bradley.
Fame. He's wrestling.
Jeff Bradley, the opponent.
So wait, are they both heels?
The tip of the iceberg.
They're both kind of being
And everyone
dicks here.
knows by now, Super Brawl 8 became the world
This is
heavyweight
pre-hole in
champion.
one.
Beating Hollywood Hogan, and
Pre-hole
now,
in one.
out of the frying pan into the fire, he must
Barry
now
Darso
face
is getting that
Scott
Hall of
the
Fame
NWO.
paycheck.
Anybody deserves
Congrats
the
to him
world
and
title
Billy D.
shot. Certainly it's Scott Hall. He'll get it next Sunday at Uncensored.
You know, Scott Hall,
Yeah, we
the
really
NWO
need to bring back the
nothing
thumbs
more
down, man.
than to win that world
That's-
championship and bring it
There's an
back to the
art form to the
NWO.
thumbs
So I
down.
don't think everybody should get
And yes,
a big
Jeff
parade
Bradley,
and
an
thing right
original
now.
Dudley boy.
It's not over yet. Be very, very
Well, he's like,
careful.
okay,
NWO
so
is
part of my
still
offense, I'm
around.
just gonna hold your face down on the turnbuckle for a bit.
You're not kidding. They are still
gonna make
around.
you
They are
smell
still
it.
a group, and they still run together.
But yeah, Jeff
And they
Bradley,
watch each
Dudley
other's back, with
Dudley.
the exception of obviously Hogan and the Macho Man Randy Savage. I think Hogan and Savage, very apparent that the cage match at Uncensored.
Barry Darso,
will
the
be
master of bending your arm
to
the
determine
correct
who's
way.
in control of the New
The
World
submission
Order.
hold. Always
Well,
love
I'm
it.
not even sure what Savage involvement is with the New World Order. The guy's a loose cannon.
Jeff Bradley
He's
in
not
this
WCW.
gear
I
kind
don't
of
think
looks
he's
like
NWO. I don't know what
a
he is.
giant
But he's a
baby.
very, very dangerous man. And inside
Who's my
that
favorite
cage,
Dudley?
I
I'm gonna
would not
go
wanna be there.
Spike.
Jeff Bradley
Spike's
went
my
shoulder
favorite.
first, but Barry Darso moved out of the way. And now Bradley focusing on the arm. Barry Darso, we have seen in the
Yeah,
past, loves to work on the arm, try to break an arm, try to drive a man down.
Oh,
like you got
Jeff
knee
Bradley
pads.
now stepping to the
Wear 'em on your
forefront here.
knees so you don't look like a
Drop toe elbow
pervert.
by Darso takes him down.
I like that. He's a
I
wild
love
man.
him.
He stays in your
He's the
face.
best.
He's constantly.
Don't you
showing
ever
at
do moves
He's
to me
constantly
again.
telling you how good he is and how bad you are. But he's intimidating, and that's what it takes to win here. at
I think
WCW.
Barry Darso is a very firm hand.
Maneuver. He's got that hold called
He's one of those
the,
guys that like makes eye contact,
well, I was getting ready to
grabs
say
your
it's,
hand real
an
hard,
arm
makes a
breaker, but
point
it's
of
called the barely legal. And that's what he's doing, softening the man up right here.
Jeff Bradley has the type of haircuts, that would get him a job in one of those blank spans from like the mid 2000s after the strokes broke out.
He's got him by one hand. He's got him by the hand.
You say that,
By the
RBH.
wrist, the elbow. He's got him tied
But
up.
Barry Darso's actual son did work for TNA.
Barry Darso.
Oh,
Dakota
Stomp it
Darso,
away.
open door policy here at WCW.
named after two of the worst stuff.
Darso's not a real member of
Yeah, I think
WCW.
Darso's very much
Yeah, I
He'll
think,
give you a firm
we talked about
hug,
the fact that he had,
but if he don't know you too well, you're getting a
independent
handshake.
organization.
Hey, Patrick.
He has he's been on this program
Well,
numerous
it's your
times.
second chat here,
He's not
Patrick. I
been
love how
wrestled
you're
here full
addressing
time.
us all as
But certainly
perverts.
with, an
But, I mean, you're not wrong.
and the ability like this, he certainly could,
WCW
could get a
didn't
world
really have an
title
open door
shot,
policy. They had
title,
a,
right on the
hey,
program.
show up backstage at a Nitro, and if you're not an asshole, you get signed policy.
Capable of beating you anytime.
Which
anywhere.
wrestler do I think gives the best hugs? Paul
Here
White.
comes.
Oh, is that-
Paul White, without a doubt. He has a very good hug body.
He puts that hold on, and what happens here, not only is it painful, they tap out because he threatens to break
The
arm,
barely
but he can
legal.
snap it very easily in that hold right there.
Well, not only can he snap the arm, he can
I mean,
snap
the
wrist.
name obviously
Here we
came
go.
from
When
the
he gets in that,
WCW.
He will not let go.
But you look
Barry
like a
Darso's
fucking
one
pervert.
real tough customer.
Because your arm bar is named after jailbait porn. And nobody thought of that. They're just like, oh, it was the ECW thing. Okay, this hacker's gonna bring up the Barbarian next. Could you imagine how cool hacking would be if it was more to that guy and less like 4chan dudes? Oh shit, here we go. I advertised it in the graphic. We got Roadblock. We got Roadblock and the Barbarian next. Match I'm genuinely excited about. Hello, Roadblock Jr. Yes, please. Let's get Barry Darso some only women named the Hunts.
But I'll tell you, he's lost. He's really lost. He's a very big, tough man, but he needs help.
I forgot that was Marty Jannetty's origin story in WCW. That's actually not a bad explanation. I love Roadblock. I did a video about why Roadblock rules. I also did a video about why the Barbarian rules. This is a very Tom Green. That kid just look at his friend and go, yeah, this guy sucks. Yeah, do we think, okay, wait. Do we think that the hacker from the WCW Power Disc is also the hacker from WCW World War? If so, yeah, okay, I think, Green Boy says yes. I think, it seemed like the hacker, by the time he was in the Power Disc, had to move out of his place to like an apartment. Boom, belly bump.
Look at the size of this Roadblock. I've never seen anybody maul and take over from the Barbarian like this.
We got 2 belly bumps, 1 missed. Don't work over the belly, dude. We did. We watched the Power stuff. We did an emergency stream the night that it came out. I am not taking any chances. It is on YouTube if you would like to see it.
Look at this. Picks him up.
We got more heels. At least these two guys are both like main roster heels as opposed to an indie wrestler against a contracted heel.
I remember when I wrestled, I'd go over to the referee sometimes and say,
yeah, we need more just gross dudes in wrestling. In like a fun way, not in a Joey Ryan way. Holy shit, what a bump from Roadblock.
You would complain for hours, and then you would send letters.
Roadblock, if he came around today and it was all a shoot, he'd probably be the world champion.
Take care of his parking, that was all. I'd never bribe a guy.
Take care of parking? I don't remember anybody having to pay to park at a wrestling event.
Fuck you, Tony. Just because you didn't have to pay to park.
My Uncle Sam.
I've paid more on parking than I have wrestling tickets in my life.
As the Barbarian, good idea would be to keep Roadblock off his feet, but the Barbarian is so powerful, to him it doesn't matter.
Credits, definitely credits.
You know by now that
that's
the Barbarian
the way we pay people
then Ming is split away from the Jimmy Hart camp. Therefore, Jimmy is
when we are on ice or in cyberspace.
You know, talking about Ming splitting from somebody's camp, it's like a dog leaving a yard.
I like this
Once he's in the yard,
I'm having fun watching this. I'm having fun watching Billy Silverman being confused. Having fun watching Roadblock throw around the Barbarian like he's not 285 pounds.
That's his dead-end drop.
But he's wasting a lot of time here. Never give that
That's a good point, goes to Burt Prentice. Roadblock definitely seems more like a Jimmy Hart guy. Holy shit, is Roadblock going to the top rope?
Yes, he will, and Barbarian is having a
what
lot
the
of
fuck?
opportunity to recuperate here.
Oh, his poor knees. Hey, wait.
Moved out of the way, so Roadblock, very, very critical mistake here against the Barbarian.
Hey, Shelby. That's very kind of Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's a good guy.
Oh, he's ready. He is ready.
Not a real hair on his head, but a very nice guy.
Version of the crossed arm breaker. Submission hold here. Oh, look at this.
He's pulling his hair. He's tapping up to the hair pull. He's not tapping up to the arm thing.
And Jimmy Hart finally comes in to take the Barbarian away.
Billy Silverman, do your
Gets the
job.
win, and I tell you, now that Ming is no longer part of the
barely
business,
legal. Oh my god, I wish they would have stayed on that guy in the denim for more than half a second. Barbarian!
He wanted to
I like
in the
that.
sport.
No doubt about it. You know, he has a win over Ming. I mean, they're friends. They're kind of blood brothers or kind of blood family.
They're not blood family,
Now this man
Bobby.
here, Roadblock, is
They're just from the same island.
almost 500 pounds.
That'd be like if I said Bobby Heenan was my like legitimate dad because we're both from Indiana.
That's his mentality. Kick him
I
in the face.
wish,
He's
but
a fighter. He didn't get the name Barbarian from hanging around a Dairy Queen working over a bunch of guys.
and just straight up pulling
Cub Scouts.
Roadblock's
He's
hair.
the man, the tough guy. Your winner, the Barbarian.
Like he's really holding onto the arm just to keep his balance. The submission hold is the hair
The way
pull.
we call collect today. We have this special word, and we'll be back with John Nord. Stay with us.
Hell yes!
Uncensored
I don't care
is
about the special
Sunday,
word. We're
one week from
going
this
straight to
Sunday. It is
John
available
Nord.
only on pay-per-view, also available through the Dish
I did not
Network,
do
on
1-800
DirecTV,
collect.
and for you fans of DirecTV, it is called
Yeah, did he
Direct Tickets.
fart on Roadblock? Is that
Be a
the
part of
submission?
Uncensored.
guy that lays awake at night just thinking of ways to mess the NWO up.
It's a
Wait.
little bit different than laying awake thinking about it. Going
So
out
in
and
case you're
something
keeping
about it.
track at home,
What'd you
Well, you
say?
can't get hurt laying there thinking about it.
John Nord never
Yeah,
wrestled a member of the
But a
NWO.
big guy like John Nord.
John
definitely
Nord
do something about it.
never came close to the NWO. John Nord mostly wrestled guys like Adrian Bird.
Here on Worldwide Wrestling. We have seen some big struggles
And he's out
in our
cutting
sport.
promos about the
Certainly
NWO
struggle
on
in
the
the
World
war
War.
that has existed between WCW and the NWO.
Maybe he's just mentally ill. He's like
top
asking
list.
for help.
But the struggle
Like, hey, could
within
somebody
the
get me to a
NWO,
therapist?
one
I
in
lay
itself,
awake at night thinking of
and never
ways
more evident than
to
the
hurt my
cage match Hogan and
coworkers.
Savage has signed for next Sunday.
You know, it's gotta be
Like, did he
scary when you
think that,
about
like,
it if you're Hogan.
Eric
But the
Bischoff
Hogan
was gonna
comes up to
accidentally
Ringo,
watch this
he
show
thinks he can
and
beat
think,
anybody.
oh shit,
He
you know what I need to
thinks
do?
he owns the world.
I need to
And
run
Savage thinks
Vincent
he can
versus
defeat
John Nord.
So you lock those two in a cage. Who knows
Fuck
what's
yeah.
gonna happen, Tony?
I love
Somebody's
John
really
Nord.
hurt. Both of them will
I
probably
get such a kick about John Nord. Kick on from John Nord.
Running lariat.
I get thrills from
And I
John
just
Nord.
wonder if it gets right
How about
down to
that?
the very end
I
of
love
that.
all these Minnesota guys
Looks
are
like
so
one man will
loud.
go down. Who would come to the
Someone
aid of
told me
Hogan?
Hardbody Harrison
Who
was
would
in the
come to the aid of
NWO,
Savage?
and I'm gonna get
Are
him.
there even battle lines drawn, or is it everyone against Savage?
Well, they're in a
I
cage.
think on the back it said, "I'll knock him down."
It
I
could
think
go
it
all
did,
night.
because he had a
It's
lot
not
of
gonna
those
be quick.
front and
It's
back
not gonna be
shirts.
5 minutes, 10
Like he had the one that
minutes,
says,
a
"If you don't
half
like me,
hour. This
see
fight's
back."
gonna go a long time because Tony, these two men have kind of gotten along.
I mean, it's the truth. Bischoff ain't watching this show on
each other
purpose.
For over the last 15
He's a
years.
Viking.
Oh, yeah,
John
they-
Nord
It's
is
gonna
a
come to a head
sexy
right now.
They have been
Swiss
friends and
Viking.
enemies, but enemies more than friends, as you
But
say.
never really a friend.
Hey,
They got
Ref
along
Rob Page.
because
Yeah,
of
Eddie
this.
Sharkey's in
I
that
don't really think they've ever
shed.
hated each other, do you?
He's trading guys up.
That's what it's been.
Listen, I don't care if you actually do holds correctly.
Adrian Bird now
Just
getting
fucking
some
shout
offense
when you're
going.
out there.
Combination blows into the
Jerry
big
Lynn
shield
was
to John
like
Nord.
this.
Ducks his head, enabling
It's
Bird
like,
to
no.
get the sunset flip.
No, Jerry.
Nord grabbed
Jerry
the
didn't
hand
listen.
and then stomped the man in the chest.
Yeah, he was friends with Brody.
This guy Nord is put together. You know who Bird reminds me of?
I'm afraid to ask.
Herbie Puckett.
He just said Herbie Puckett.
No, the singer.
Also, that is a F-U-C-K.
Kirby
Oh,
Puckett
shit.
was with the
That's
Twins.
awesome,
You
Rob.
got a
Did
twin?
Eddie Sharkey train you how to yell?
Pick up by John Nord.
One, two. I'm gonna count this freaking count,
Not
kid.
much give out there. Here at Universal Studios, out on the floor. Rolls Bird in through the bottom rope. And
John Nord got so
the
tan
camel
for this.
clutch of his.
Like, if you see him, like, in any other
Well, Mr.
incarnation,
Bird's not going to be able to fly
he's
away
pale.
now.
That's true. I didn't know if you, like, sound like an uncle when you...
Does Adrian Bird and John Nord.
That's more of a camel clutch than that one we saw last night.
Gotta be Mr. Cool. Still to come. Wayne Bloom and
Oof,
Mike
I
Ennis.
love Lex Luger
They'll be
so.
with us in tag team action.
Oh, yeah.
We'll also have in our feature bout the nature
Love that John Nord
boy
put the
Ric Flair.
sunglasses back
He'll
on.
go one-on-one.
WCW's becoming a tap-out territory with all these submissions. Alright, what's up next? We just lost audio. And it's back. Hey, Ric Flair's here! After John Nord buried Arsenal. It's all the Minnesota guys.
We're back on Worldwide. You know, a lot of things went down a
Yeah, now he has to go back to the bed and figure out how to kill the NWO. Oh my god, all the fucking Minnesota guys are here. The Destruction Crew. The Brothers Beverly. Yes, this was Universal. Yeah, you would ride for Major 3D and then just chill and watch John Norton. That guy was like Wayne Blow. Yeah.
And he's still wearing Juventude's mask around his neck. He flaunts it all the time. He's a
John Norton.
real show-off.
Flash, 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 flash,
Very
flash.
arrogant, and I know you like
Flash,
things
flash,
like
flash,
that.
flash.
Well, if you can back it up, there's nothing wrong with it.
Billy Payne.
Looks like he swallowed a hand grenade.
Yeah, dude. Butch Long lost all that hair. Bill Payne grew it back. It's a very Minnesota episode. We got Rob in the chat. We got all the Minnesota guys in matches. Butch, this won't take long. So I have to think Bill Payne is like, you know what? I'm gonna do this to my hair, and that'll get me signed. Imagine going through life with that hair.
Well, I did one time back in the 70s.
Yeah, Lenny Poffo was under contract through like early '99. That was a sweet leg sweep.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to wear my hair like that. He snap-married him over by the...
Kind of hard rolling down a window, isn't it?
Wow.
When you roll back up, have your head
Dude,
down.
Bill Payne's hair. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
Tag is made, and here comes Enos. Blue makes the exchange. And Mike Enos, great
Good
elevation.
elevation.
He got way up in the air.
That's always great when
Mike
I
Enos
say
has-
something on the stream and then I
Well,
shut
Mike
up for a
Enos to me
second. The commentary
Looks like he
responds.
lost about 25 pounds, and he just really
I think he had been working as a prison guard, and
He looks
then
great, and so does Blue.
he got tipped off that Bischoff was just hiring everybody to fill the Thunder roster.
Enos
Look at this bullshit.
picking up Bill Payne. Look at this.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
Whirlybird, the best
Now, if you
move in
get Bill
wrestling.
Payne going like that,
Extra
faster
fun
than
when your
you ever
opponents
thought you could get him going. You could dust all the
has
top shelves of a
glowing
library.
pubes
Like.
coming out of his head.
You might want to try that, to be honest with you.
Mike
Looks like
Enos
a big
very
old dust
underrated.
mop. Look at that hair on that man. Oh!
Remember, after the WWF
Wow,
run, he
give
went
his
to New
partner
Japan for a
Look at
while.
Enos and Bloom there.
And then he came to WCW after that. He just was
They're
so
tearing
much
these guys a new career.
He had a match sold out in
I'm
'99.
impressed. I like the look of the
Randomly, he
team.
got a pay-per-view match
Yeah,
with
but
Chris
let's not
Benoit,
forget,
and it
tag
fucking
team belts are
rocks.
run now by the NWO and by the New World Order, by the Outsiders. It'll be tough, I would venture to say, for guys like Enos and Bloom to get a tag team title shot.
Well, you see, Tony, what I think's happening
I think
here
it's
is
bullshit they never got a
now
tag
with the
title match against the Outsiders.
transformation of Scott Steiner and everything. I think the NWO realizes the only way they're going to hold on to all the titles is they're going to have to buy all the titles, and they're going to have to make everybody NWO. We may
They
be
have to
doomed
make
here.
everyone NWO
Yeah, I don't think so.
through what, conversion therapy?
Maybe not you.
I think Bobby's just I think Bloom thought they were gonna do the Shaker Heights spike, and Mike's
Wayne
like,
Bloom will
nope.
get the exchange
My
and come
move.
back in. This is superb tag team work right
There
here,
we
fans.
go. Shaker Heights spike.
Stuck him in the middle like a lawn dart that time.
And these two,
That's gonna spell the end.
this is a
for
fucking
Long
great
Payne
squash match.
as Wayne Bloom and Mike
In
Enos
another era,
secure a win
these guys
in
would have won the
WCW
tag titles
Worldwide
based
Wrestling.
off of that.
You know, he's tell the mark of a good tag team.
That was
That's
great.
when they work together in and out of the ring.
That's
Also,
crazy
the way that the
stuff there, isn't it?
VHS like squiggly shit is, it sounds like they have a slide whistle in their entrance song, which should have been utilized more often in wrestling.
I would think that one of the questions
I
on the
just
lips of
look
most wrestling
confused.
fans is what is going on not only with Diamond Dallas Page, but you throw into that mix Chris Benoit and then add Raven
Dog.
into the mix. And I think the picture there is as clear as mud. These three men have fought in
Yeah,
arenas.
that's right.
We've
Mike
seen
Enos
them
would
fight in
sometimes
through the
be a
alleys
masked
and through
enhancement
stairways
wrestler in the
up into the
WWF.
crowd. And I think the only way that
Because
something like this is going to be
nobody
settled is there's
else
got to
in
be
the
some
enhancement
sort of
crew
organized
knew how to
three-way
take a
competition
Frankenstein
between
correctly.
Diamond
Hey,
Dallas
Cecil
Page,
Nix.
Chris Benoit, and Raven. DDP, we are coming up to Uncensored, and I really think that Uncensored says it all when I think about you, Raven, and Chris
I love how
Benoit.
since
We've gotta have
AFX
some
did
sort of
like the
organized
Mortis and
resolution
Glacier
to
costumes
what's
and
going on
some of the
between
Sting
this
stuff.
trinity of
Just
wrestling.
everybody in the company got free merch.
This is
from them.
Uncensored.
would wear it all over TV.
Fit in it all.
Well, I take it back. You're right.
Hey, it's my
Uncensored really
yogi,
speaks
my
volumes.
sensei.
Well, I've been in some of the most brutal matches. Last year, voted match of the year. Not really match, but feud of the year was me and Savage. Now that I'm in this
Somebody
with
needs to look it
Benoit,
up. Was that voted
started
feud
as
of the year of the
respect level,
Observer?
and still sort of is to me. You know, he's a wild Wolverine. I think he may respect God. After that, you don't really respect too many people. Now, I'm cool with that. You don't like help? We've seen it. Either do I.
But did you just say that Benoit is the only person Benoit respects as
God?
God?
Taking him under my wing, you know, and
I mean,
get
it kind of
bruised
makes
that wing.
sense.
That
He
wing
left
gets
all those
bruised up a
Bibles
little bit
around.
from time to time by doing so, but I'm cool
Yeah,
with
I
that.
would think Austin
Raven
and
on the other
Foundation
side,
would have to be.
That's history there. That's
DDP and
history. Let's
Savage had
go
some
there.
good
There's a lot
matches.
of history. Bottom line is we're not going there. At some point, some of it will come out. When we get to uncensored and we get in what I'm calling a
Yeah, he wore the
three-way
AFX shirt because they
suicide,
did like the costume.
we will
for it.
be all over the building. We will be knocking it down. And Raven, you're always quoting Nevermore. DDP's quoting, you're gonna get bang!
Awkward quote for Saturday morning television. Yeah, no, that's what would happen is they would set up that set at a Nitro and just have a bunch of dudes walk in and do nondescript promos. Ew, at least we're not watching.
Chris Benoit, he'll join us. That should be exciting in itself. We'll also see the Laughing Man, Hugh Morris. He'll be here as
Him
well.
and his flashlight
Of course, anytime he's here,
entrance screen.
something bizarre is going to happen, and watch out. The NWO will be here. Scott Hall of the New World Order will be with us.
Alright, Austin and Bret Hart was the feud of the year. Alice Page. Lie to us.
Doesn't seem like it took long between Uncensored and...
This will be fun. Brad Armstrong and Ric Flair is the last worldwide match we're watching before we go to Saturday.
Well, you blink your eye and it happens.
Well, they're organized because they taped all the matches 3 months in advance. I would hope they would know what matches were next week.
Let's make the fans happy. What about the guys that have a problem here that needs to...
Here comes Trent Knight to the ring. That's right, Brad. You tell Eric Bischoff.
You only get the respect you deserve here.
Yeah.
Here's a man that
For a
has
guy who never like
boatload
had a
of respect.
reputation as a
Oh, you got
body
that
guy,
Armstrong curse.
Brad Armstrong was always
You know what
jacked as
that's
hell.
about?
No.
I guess the being an Armstrong.
Like, I love that whenever they convinced Ric Flair to do the worldwide and the Universal tapings, he's like, fine, I'll do it, but I gotta wrestle Brad Armstrong. You're talking about Brad? Yeah, he got hit in the car with a car at Spring Break. Nitro, I did a video
United
about it.
States champion, television champion, tag team champion.
Yeah, they would convince Flair to do like one of these tapings a year.
All night champion, daylight champion, he's done it all.
Countless times on all
You
categories,
fucking
and Ric
mark.
Flair.
Hey, look, we found the wrestling fans in the crowd. Yes, there was the one time Ric Flair worked. It was this taping, I think. No, it was the one before that. Because it was 97. So yeah, Ric Flair worked Lismark Jr. once at Universal
Part of
Studios.
WCW,
He
part of
worked
tradition.
Barry Horowitz around this
Ric
time.
Flair to face Brad Armstrong here, and Flair certainly will not back down from any challenge at all.
Yeah,
here.
Flair loved
Armstrong's a
working with
gutsy guy, too.
Brad.
He'll come right up in your face.
Even
Whole
if
families like that.
like
No,
no
none of them
booker
have a
after
job
like
for
1994
25
would
years.
book Brad on
Families
his
almost
level.
destitute.
What are you talking
No,
about?
they live in a trailer. They welded together.
There's 49 here.
Horrible.
That's a lie.
I went by their house. I saw their dog. You can see their ribs and everything. Horrible.
You've never been to Marietta, Georgia in your life.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
Bobby,
it's in Marietta. No, it's down the road. a
Bobby
bit.
sounds like he was having some fun
Where's
between
gonna have his
takes.
hands full? Those Armstrong.
What's with the weird ring apron? That's the worldwide ring apron. That's part of the set.
You know, a guy like Brad Armstrong is a couple victories away from having a
Made it
tremendous
look
career.
futuristic.
He needs the right manager, the right motivation behind him. Kind of got the same, I don't know, retention span like the Disco Inferno. But this man's got a
Oh,
lot
you
of
know
skill.
that Charles Robinson begged and pleaded with all the other refs. Please, please,
Reversal brings
please.
on Ric Flair. to a hammerlock. Flair floats into a drop toe hold, then floats over the top to a front face lock, and Brad Armstrong break counter move.
This would be like how Okada is
is
working on ROH this week.
Flair, but forget about it. I mean, you can't show up a man with
Spoilers,
the
I'm
credentials
sorry.
of him.
Don't show him up. You show him up, beat him.
They would film
Don't try
like
to spread around
3 or
that
4
ring and get
months
cutesy with a
worth
guy like
at a
Ric Flair,
time.
Because he'll get cutesy with you all night. You want the respect of
They'd
Ric
stay
Flair,
at Universal
beat
for a
him.
week and tape like 5 or
That's
6
what Bret
episodes a
Hart did.
day.
Right?
Sure did.
Also, a rare Ric Flair match after like 1993 where we got to like do holds and like work in and out of moves.
For the Macho Man.
Yeah,
And not just punch
we don't
and
know
kick
what's
and
gonna
chop.
come out of that one. Next Sunday in the cage match at Uncensored, floats over to a snide headlock to Brad Armstrong. Armstrong is a fine wrestler now. Armstrong and Flair know each other quite well. They've gone to battle many times. I was at ringside not too many years ago at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia.
I
where
did.
Brad
They're fucking
Armstrong
stupid.
And Ric Flair wrestled for
They
the
don't
World
deserve
Heavyweight Championship.
to have
The
opinions.
match ended up in a 60-minute draw.
They're idiots. I don't
Flair
like
retained the title, but Brad Armstrong pushed him to the
I think
limit.
they're
Brad
bad
will be the first one to
humans.
tell you that was one of his greatest nights.
I'll stop
as a
talking
wrestler.
about those people now.
Well, there's nights like that. in
Yes,
the
she
sport you
did.
never
So the
forget.
way that the Universal's the studio was set up at Universal, that side door there with like the futuristic, or it used to be the heel entrance at these tapings. And then they stopped doing babyface and heel entrances, and it just became the door that you walked in and out of to go to the bathroom.
Head and the torso of Armstrong back to the top turnbuckle.
So like you'd be watching the show and a fan would just walk out of that door.
Brad Armstrong.
Great fucking
Uppercut
punch.
on Flair.
And these
The
Armstrongs have a temper, you
best.
know.
Well, they do.
By the way, Ric Flair's a
Now
babyface
you
here.
see, I'm gonna tell you people what the Nature Boy's doing. He's not afraid of Armstrong.
And he's like, I'm
but
just
he's
gonna do my
backing away,
match.
And he's taking his punishment. And watch,
I would love
he
to go
will
to some
make
ROH
Armstrong
tapings.
make a mistake.
Yes, the heel's dressed in the shoulder, just like IWA
Oh,
Mid-South.
back elbow.
He gave him some false confidence. Armstrong thought he had him. Like I've always said, when you think you got Flair, he's got you.
To the top turnbuckle.
Air Flair.
Armstrong drop kick.
You know, Armstrong
Brad's
is talented
literally
in so many
doing a
ways. He can
babyface
drop
comeback
kick,
as
he can
part of
head
his
to. He can wrestle on the mat. He can punch it
because
out with
Ric
you.
Flair's like, I just want to
His
do
whole
my
life has been
match.
wrestling. And he can also drop kick air.
That's what he did
That's
right there.
fantastic.
Oh, boy. That gives Ric Flair.
Cecil's mentioning at the old
That looked like it could have been a low
C4 wrestling
blow, but
venue.
Flair actually, with
Great
the headbutt,
promotion
got him in
at
the
this
lower
way.
abdomen that time.
Bar staff would have to go through the entrance to bring on empty 24s. I think one of them deliberately always waited until someone was making his entrance. So instead of a wrestler, this old guy with an empty case of beer would come out at least twice a show.
Great audio. Feeding.
I went to a lot of IWA Mid-South shows
Brad
back in
Armstrong's
the day.
mind. He's got to know
And
he's
the
got Flair.
entrance that
He's
they
been
would
with him
use
an
was
hour,
just the
and he
front door of
feels
the
confident
gym.
He can beat him.
So if you watch those old SmartWorks videotapes,
Other
DVDs,
side now. Good work by referee Charles
they would like
Robinson.
cut to that door and it would just be a fan walking out of the show
Now,
every
Brad
time.
Armstrong trying to bridge out. Look at Flair just push
Because
the man
everybody in
back.
IWA had like
See, Flair will
4-minute
not-
intros to their
Flair had
songs.
too much leg strength here to go up.
And you notice how he crossed his legs and turned his hip? A golfer, a pitcher. Everything is in the hip.
Sure.
And that's where the momentum is. And Flair knows what to do. He's so good.
1, 2, and Brad Armstrong almost got a pin again. And Armstrong sends him down quickly.
I remember places they used to call him Hip Flair.
No, you don't. 1, 2, and
In Roppongi.
yeah, you're making that up.
No. In Roppongi.
Well, I've been in Roppongi with Flair.
I know.
Not drowning out for
Side
me.
headlock. We're talking about.
It's just bad.
We're
It's
talking
it's
about a opponent,
VHS
Tokyo,
audio.
Japan
It's
fans,
it's
for you fans
gonna
who-
do that. I wish
Not
it
sure
wasn't.
what Roppongi is, but I don't want to go into that story. It's a figure 4 time.
I hope that
Flair's
happens
got
for
it
him.
on.
soon.
Boy, Armstrong fought
Thank
that
you,
day.
Sandman.
He knew it. He was trying to push that leg back down.
This match is so even because Ric Flair just wanted to work with Brad Armstrong. Like, I don't give a shit if he never wins and I am Ric Flair. We're gonna work a match.
Brad Armstrong submits, says yes, taps out, whatever you want to call it. And Ric Flair, the legend, the myth continues as he wins once again.
Ah, bow to him. 13
Whoa.
times heavyweight champion of the world.
I was like, okay, I did
Next week
that.
is Uncensored Weekend
Back to the
for
bar.
Lee Marshall and, of course, Bobby
All
Brain and
right.
Tony Schiavone.
So before we go to
CNN
Saturday
on
night,
Worldwide Wrestling.
here's what we'll be watching Sunday, if you're a YouTube paid member for Not Quite Wrestling, our members only stream.
Just glad I made it this far. The one for the Lord. I want to be here. I'm gonna keep on fighting. This is penal duty shit right here.
Your dad's been behind you the whole way.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go to Saturday night. Still got about an hour and a half left, baby. Keep on farming. We'll get to that Sunday. We are loaded. No, I think they were loaded on Worldwide if you listen to Bobby Heenan. Scott Hudson turned to the channel. Scott Hudson, who was involved in a story that I posted a short about last week, and he replied to it. He didn't realize it had happened. But announcing the Booker T. Scott Norton match for World War III, and it not happening because New Japan was like, fuck no. There we go. Speaking of big, slothy men, that rap had just given up for a second. We got Rick Fuller and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So it's the Great War between the United States of America and Massachusetts. So Brian, I'm sorry. We are all against you for the next 4 minutes. Hey, Minister of Entertainment / Wrestling.
Carrying to the ring as he steps in the ring with the big man, Rick Fuller. Well, Hacksaw Duggan is one of the most outspoken critics of the NWO. Really, if you think back,
I'd say John Nord is one of the most outspoken critics of the NWO. He sits up at night thinking of ways to kill them.
Very anti-NWO, pro-WCW, and if anyone knows...
But he was anti-NWO, pro-All Japan.
Hollywood Hogan's NWO affiliation personally, it was
like CMLL,
Jim Duggan. Not only does Jim Duggan bleed red,
yeah, I kind of think at this point Massachusetts fans go to war with him.
Championship Wrestling 2. Hang on, got the 2x4. That's a no-go.
He picked his nose. Always love a wrestler picking his nose right before a match.
Program, Mike. Look at this lineup. Dean Malenko steps into the ring against Kidman. Malenko will face Chris Jericho and Uncensored for the Cruiserweight title. Also on this show.
Notice how much of a heel Jim Duggan would be in 2026.
Lodi steps into the ring against Disco tonight, and in that main event, I'll let you tell him about that one. I can't wait.
What is he doing?
The turncoat, the traitor. He recently turned his back not only on his brother, but on an entire organization in World Championship Wrestling.
God,
well, Scott Steiner will face his former partner.
Rick Fuller very tan. He just punched him in the throat.
I speak of Big Ray Trevor.
Yeah, Rick Fuller was in New Japan like 10 years after this. JD, thank you for that prime sub, baby. Always appreciate it.
Yeah, you talk about a task. Hacksaw Duggan is one of those competitors who needs a physical challenge, really, to meet
awesome.
his maximum level of offense.
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I've said it before, I was at a Black Label Pro show a few months ago. They brought in Jim Duggan to be the special guest. And, like, he had to leave. His wife and him had to go back to the hotel before the show went. And I watched them go around and say goodbye to every single member of the crew. The wrestlers, the ring crew, kids who were helping, like, sell pizza. He just made a point of going to all of them and saying, very sweet. Yeah, Jim Duggan didn't have to give a shit. He could just go out there and do this. Oh, and like,
as he tries to get back in the ring, cuts him
makes
off at the
$200,000 a year.
him now on the ring apron. Jim Duggan has to be smiling
Fuller's the sexy version of
at least about what's going on in the New World Order. It's coming apart at the seams. Randy Macho Man Savage, Hollywood Hogan.
Love that Jim Duggan just sold being choked as confusion.
1 week from tomorrow and Uncensored on pay-per-view. Can you believe it?
In a way, Jim Duggan kind of was the Danhausen of his day.
You know? Matchup. And how about this? Sting to defend the world's title against Scott Hall.
America is a curse.
What a lineup. So many main events. We'll talk more about Uncensored as we go through WCW.
Yeah, Jim Duggan was on TV pretty much until like the end of 2000. And then he was back on TV in 2006.
And you gotta have Uncensored. It's a week from tomorrow night. Front face lock now by the hacksaw Jim Duggan on Rick Fuller, and Fuller not
yeah,
on
man,
his
Jim
feet again. I don't know
Duggan's
that we've
bad.
seen Rick Fuller
Cancer
taken
twice.
off his feet this many times in one match. He's a big guy.
Well, Duggan has just grounded this giant Rick Fuller, just keeping him down on the mat. Neutralizing him right now.
Not even a hold.
Fuller, well, there he is. He's
He
up
just
to his
kind of
feet.
grabbed his head.
Back elbow.
You can do that with
face
Jim
lock.
Duggan.
Now Fuller takes over with the advantage.
Rear chin lock now by Rick Fuller. Hacksaw Jim Duggan grabbing a handful of hair. That won't work. But look at Duggan. Look at the face on the hacksaw Jim Duggan. He doesn't look like it's affecting him that much. He's playing a little possum, I think, with Rick Fuller.
And you know that Duggan loves to get that adrenaline rush. The momentum once the fans.
Yeah,
get
I saw
involved.
the backstage
and now
stuff.
he is up and
I
on
figured
his
you let the guy talk. That's the
Fires
game.
back with the right, but Fuller with a
That's the
right
whole
hand
thing.
of
You
his
let him
own.
say silly
Blocks the
things, so
heck.
one.
Whoa, just stopped him.
Duggan slowly getting his way back to his feet. Fuller, big scoop slam. Whoa! Fuller on Jim Duggan.
That's an accomplishment.
Into the rope. Misses the elbow.
I'm pretty sure I know how Jim Duggan feels
The
politically.
hacksaw.
I'm happy that he
Shoulder block time.
has someone
Fuller,
working his
rocking.
social
Duggan,
media.
no.
Very smart move.
Lariat out of the three-point stance.
Duggan is going to drop.
All glory.
On Rick Fuller, 2 and 3. And the hacksaw
Hell
Jim
yeah.
Duggan
Jim
starts
Duggan.
us off with a victory. More action still to come on Saturday night.
Dude, we need
Welcome
thumbs
back
ups
to
and
WCW
thumbs
Saturday
downs.
night. I'm Scott Hudson, joined by Mike Tenay. And
Look at Mike
still to
Tenay
come
over there.
In this show, the
I did
Cisco
fuck Red
Inferno
Snacks,
takes
baby.
on Lodi
Ew,
of
oh hey.
Ravens Flock.
I mean, yeah.
Dean Malenko
Lodi's been
against
nice to me
another
in the
Flock
past.
member in Kidman.
I can't
And in that
go
main
wrong.
event, Scott Steiner, the
Traitor
Traitor
versus
takes on
Trailer.
Trailer.
Scott,
Some
last month,
great
at Super
literature.
Brawl,
Yeah.
Sting's World Championship win and the ensuing victory celebration.
Mike Tenay and his
were certainly
little
tempered
tint.
by the turn of Scott
Makes his
Steiner.
little tint
And
when
not
he's
only
doing
did
his
Scott Steiner
stand-ups.
turn on his brother Rick, he turned on an entire wrestling organization in WCW. And I think it's very interesting that the first people that come to the
Are you talking
front,
about Mike Tenay,
the first
Brian?
challengers to Scott Steiner are people that traveled with him
And
on the road to
he has a great
WCW.
Batutsi.
His extended family in World Championship Wrestling. Upcoming at Uncensored, it's the
I need to
total
start
package
wearing
Lex
me some
Luger. He
Mike
threw his
Tenay
hat
dress
into the
shirts.
ring, the first challenge, and he gets the matchup with Scott Steiner.
That's the main event on WCW Saturday night. Scott Steiner and Ray Traylor. That's still to come. Dangerous Dave Pinzer has grabbed the mic. Let's go to the ring.
Oh, we can't be giving Dave Pinzer nicknames. Come on, Scott. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is Super 1 Fall.
All right, who we got?
From San Francisco, California, Johnny.
Oh, he's from San Francisco because he's supposed to be queer.
Maybe needs to get a...
I'm so glad wrestling's kind of grown up.
I think Moss has eaten away half his jacket.
Love the jacket. Great
Johnny
jacket
Swinger to
of
go
Johnny
head-to-head
Swinger.
here on Saturday night with one of the most improved wrestlers in WCW. A third-generation wrestler who has gained valuable experience both in U.S. and Japan.
I love that
rings
this
in the
could just
past
be a
year.
gimmick
He's really becoming
forever.
a solid pro.
Kinda
and
still-
we
oh
see
my
that
God,
Chavo
Granny.
Guerrero Jr.
Chavo Jr. and
We hate you
Johnny
because you're
Swinger. Next up
confident about your
on
body.
Saturday night. We'll talk more about what type of opportunities Chavo Guerrero Jr. will have this Monday on Nitro. What a golden
Johnny did a gay
opportunity
gimmick
for
in
this
this
young
stuff, dude.
competitor making his way to the ring right now.
Chavito. That old lady looks like your brother's girlfriend, Ebenezer.
Chavo Guerrero Jr. will get a shot.
Yeah, a guy who's like not quite hot. He's decent looking. You get it. But he's not gorgeous. Rusted and overconfident. Great gimmick. I've not done a wide
And
Johnny
we
Swinger
have
rules
word for our
video.
fans in Sweet Home, Alabama. Attention,
That day, he
Mobile.
had not quite gone
March
crazy.
15th, the date of
Did not have that
Uncensored,
day.
and we understand that very few seats remain. Tickets are going extremely fast. Do not delay.
I love
Check
that
out
for
the
a
City
jacket
Center
that is
box
barely
office
there,
and
it seemed
all
to be
Ticketmaster
really hard to
outlets
take off.
for tickets to attend the live event Uncensored in Mobile.
What an opportunity. Fans down around
Yeah,
the
Johnny
Gold Coast
Swinger was in a
area.
team where
Hop on
he hated
over,
the
pick
fact
up your
that
tickets for
Simon Diamond had a bunch
What
of people
stellar
alongside
lineup,
with him.
including Booker T
Then
to defend the television title
They stopped having people.
against Eddie Guerrero. Now we're seeing some commotion here.
Yes.
in
That is
Johnstown,
exactly what Johnny
Pennsylvania here on
Swinger is.
Saturday night. What's going on?
You know, you talked about opportunity, and you talked about Monday on Nitro from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Chavo Guerrero Jr. gets the biggest opportunity of his young career. A
Johnny
shot
Swinger's
at Booker
wet
T in
hair
the World
flying
TV
right into
title.
your
Scott,
TV
can you imagine the reaction of Eddie Guerrero, who is scheduled for that TV title matchup at Uncensored?
Yeah.
If his nephew, Chavo, were to upstage him, were to beat him to the punch and upset Booker T this Monday.
Whoa, that would be quite a shock.
Do it.
Eddie Guerrero, and I dare say there's...
That's
That's what it was all about. Sure.
Great. Knew I smelled something. Rig, Saturn, Hammer,
Raven
and
and
the
his
whole crowd, the whole
pendant
flock.
heroin.
The entire roster of Raven's flock on hand at ringside, it looks like.
Boy.
Oh, yeah, it was. I didn't even
Raven
get that.
and the
Yeah,
flock
Winston-Salem.
joining us here on Saturday night. That's terrific.
Although I didn't...
I really hope Nitro did better than NAWA
The
did.
newest member of the flock, was he in that group?
He debuted Thursday night on Thunder. That guy was huge. I don't see him out there, and he'd be kind of hard to miss. Wow. Face buster by Johnny Swinger.
Yeah, that was kind of always the vibe from the gimmick, was that Raven was a pusher, but he wasn't actually a heroin addict. Whereas the rest of his crew
Swinger
were.
gets him just a 2 count. Chavo dazed, and Swinger goes right back to the advantage.
Chavo will get the shot at Booker T's TV title Monday night on Nitro, and I
always loved how Johnny Swinger would tape his fists like he was wearing MMA gloves, even though he had no use for MMA gloves, nor was he actually wearing them.
Thrown in there, so Eddie Guerrero, I don't think he'd go roll up. Got the 2 count on Johnny Swinger to Chavo. I don't think he especially wants Chavo Guerrero Jr. to win the title for Booker T Monday night.
Chavo looks like he's ready for a high-risk move.
Oh!
My. Tried the slingshot cross-body block, the pescado as it's called in Mexico, and he did not connect. Johnny Swinger moved out of the way.
Little side step from Johnny, and Chavo hit the floor. Now he's going to hit the rail. Oh, man.
First into the steel guardrail.
Brutal by Johnny Swinger on Chavo Guerrero. You know, Johnny Swinger's got to know that Chavo's getting the title shot Monday night. He's trying to make a name for himself here on Saturday.
Yeah, he's going to try and one-up Chavo before Nitro. Scott, unlike many of the luchadors from Mexico who turned pro in their early and mid-teens, Chavo Guerrero Jr., who grew up in El Paso, Texas, didn't begin his full-time pro career until his
We've already seen an Armstrong
He's a
tonight.
late bloomer, but he certainly has championship bloodlines.
Yes, I do. I was very, very vocal detractor of WWE
if there was
having Chavo Guerrero and Primo Colon as the wrestlers to get Sin Cara used to WWE style,
arm wrapped around his throat. That's the arm of Johnny
as they were Hispanic.
Back with elbows into the rope. Chavo,
and then Chavo didn't he didn't have 10 matches in Mexico before he got signed by WCW. And Primo Colon was Puerto Rican.
Exploded from the canvas and caught Chavo Guerrero Jr. coming in.
Where did that come from? Boy, and Chavo got knocked in the next month, and Johnny following up.
Fortunately, no Mike
Looks like he's going for the swinging neck breaker. No go. Chavo
R.I.P. to a real one,
Mike
Mike
the gut of Johnny Swinger. Suplex, nicely executed by Chavo Jr.
Great takeover by Chavo
Johnny
Jr.
Swinger's gimmick should have been that he was really good.
Of Johnny Swinger crashing down to the mat.
It's also great to see referee Mark Curtis.
He can jump off the swings when they're really high. Land on his
He's been on the shelf for a few months. Great to see him back. Chavo Guerrero
Or he's
Jr.
really
now
good at
firing
monkey
back with
bars.
right hand. Shoots Johnny in. Waits on him. High backdrop. Took Johnny over.
Mike Samini, an all-time great.
Chavo now opening up.
Appeared once and he won over our hearts.
Swinger, all but out.
Yes, Mike Samini
Chavo
was
picking
Dr.
up by the
X.
hair. Better watch that one. Now right into the top turnbuckle by Chavo Jr.
Good fire by
That's
the
why I like ROH.
Chavo Jr. Now in the corner.
It's because
laying in
ROH
those
is like if
big
one of
right
these
hands
C
across the
shows
chest.
Reversal
did
by
a pay-per-view
Johnny.
every 4
Into the
months.
corner, elbow by Chavo Jr. Going up top, tornado DDT time coming up out of the corner. Oh, planted him.
You saw Johnny Swinger wrestle Willie Mack. I don't know why I thought you said Chili Willie.
Chavo Guerrero Jr.
I'm assuming that was in TNA.
And WCW NWO
They could not have cut away from that match
Uncensored is
fast.
1 week from tomorrow night on pay-per-view. Call your cable company or satellite provider. Hollywood Hogan and Randy Savage in a 15-foot
But
high
does it need to be an
steel
appropriate
cage.
phone
It's
call,
going to go
Scott?
down at Uncensored a week from tomorrow on pay-per-view. Back on WCW Saturday
Dennis Winder
night,
was in
tag
ECW.
team action
He was
coming up next,
everywhere.
Mike.
It's High Voltage, a team that
I
has
figured.
recently
I
returned
thought that was the
from
only
a
place that
very
those two could have been at the
successful
same
tour
time.
of the Orient.
Ed, Be
with a
Kind,
newfound
Rewind. Thank you
attitude
for
to
the
face
follow.
this duo,
Look at
the
this
Bobby,
team.
Bobby Eaton and Bobby Walker.
An
Surprisingly, I
all-time
don't see
discrepancy
Teddy
in
Long out here.
talents. Have we ever not
A
seen?
role the Macho
What?
Man Randy Savage has been on. The commercial endorsements, the appearance on Pictionary, the game show, an appearance
Hey,
on
we've
NBC's
watched that.
later, and to cap it all off,
Watched all of
he
those
was
episodes.
awarded Harvard Lampoon's Real Man of the Year.
I love that now it's like, come see our wrestlers in the Naked Gun.
Harvard Lampoon Real Man
Or,
Award.
you know,
We're talking about the likes of Robin Williams.
The
We're talking
Rock's
about
doing, like,
John Wayne,
billion-dollar
Harrison
movies.
Ford. And you
Back then it
know
was,
that
hey,
has
come
got
see
nothing
our
to
wrestler
do
on
with Hulk
Pictionary with
Hogan,
Dave
and it's
Coulier.
certainly a major
Hell
part
yeah.
of this rift between Hogan
High Voltage, and they're not wearing the
as
straps.
they vie for the top
Thank you,
leadership
boss
role
man.
in the
Appreciate
NWO.
it.
You said it earlier, Mike. Today,
Yeah, there are like,
that
what, 2 or
ego
3
was one of the
WWE
biggest
guys
problems
in the Street Fighter
between
movie?
Hollywood Hogan and the Macho Man Randy
That looks
Savage.
like it's
And
all
Hollywood
AI.
Hogan, kind of a lull in his movie career. It's been a couple of months since Hogan's had a new movie out. Randy Savage is on a hot streak. It's ego, it's
Fucking
jealousy,
love.
it's paranoia, like you said at the top of the show.
The
That's
top
what's
feud in
firing up
WCW is
Hollywood Hogan.
over
That
who
is
has a
what's
better
firing up the
mainstream
Macho Man Randy Savage. That fire is
pop
gonna
culture career
explode
between
a week from
made-for-TV
tomorrow night in a
movies
cage at Uncensored.
and
Well, that's a matchup that we
appearances
certainly
on
never
Pictionary, the
expected
game
to
show.
see.
Bobby
Two top guns in
he's
the
feeling
NWO
himself,
battling
literally.
it out for
Also, that
supremacy
mullet's
within
very,
the
like,
new world
toned
order,
out.
and it had to be fought within the confines of that 15-foot high steel.
Yeah, Roman
cage.
and Cody are in the
Just all
new
a part of
Street
that
Fighter movie.
bizarre pay-per-view
You know how
that
I know that
annually
Vince isn't
present called
around?
Uncensored,
Because he would not have
appropriately
let
enough.
Roman and Cody star in a movie with a guy that's like 7'2". That makes him look tiny. And all the media appearances.
People fighting in the back
That's
of
how you know Vince is good.
semi-trucks, people fighting in 3-level high cages. Oh, who knows what's going to go down a week from tomorrow night in Mobile, Alabama. The way you can
Yes,
find
Hiroki
out is to
Goto
call
is
your
also
cable
in
company or
Street Fighter.
satellite provider and tell them, I want Uncensored.
You know, Scott,
Very happy
because of
for him.
pro wrestling's national explosion,
Bobby
the
is
avenues for young
phenomenal.
wrestlers to learn their trade
Bobby Walker is
changed
not.
over the years. The team of Rage and Chaos High Voltage, they're taking advantage of
Yeah, I mean, this is the role you kind of want Bobby Eaton to be in this
to become
era.
even more experienced
Working with the young guys. He's not going to be like a big TV star. But also, you kind of feel bad for him.
Bagwell and Scott Norton really had to be turned, in my mind, a breakthrough match.
Yeah, let's
for
do
this
some
duo. These two kids, they're still in their
big
20s.
man shoulder
They're
block
bringing
spots
different
between these two.
attitude to the ring with every outing, as well as the team of Bobby Eaton.
I forget there was an
veteran,
old,
along with the youngster
there's an
Bobby
old
Walker.
like WCW
Bobby Walker, Bobby
Nitro
Eaton,
review
another
or something back in the day.
opportunity for Bobby Eaton
It was like
to
I was
spear
third, maybe it was
that tag team in
WrestleCrap.
World Championship Wrestling. He's had
Covered.
quite a
I
number of
remember reading this
successes
when I was like 13
in
or
that
14.
genre. Bobby Walker, very lucky to have Bobby
And someone was
Eaton as a
covering
tag
Bobby
team partner.
Walker,
We're talking
and they
about
said
the men on
the
right
thing
side
that
of the
doomed him
ring,
from the
High
start was
Voltage,
that
Rage
people
and
don't
Chaos.
like to be
We've
reminded
seen
of
men
hard
like
work
Eddie
when they go to
Guerrero,
wrestling.
Chris Jericho, especially Chris Benoit, go to Japan and just turn it up several notches before they return to the United States.
The Bobbies that like boobies. That should have been. Look at that, great punch.
I really think it has to do with the physical nature of the sport over in Japan. And they bring back that change in attitude, that change in style.
And High Voltage was better.
To the United States,
Because this is
and
after
it
the
really
New
helps them in their
Japan. Mike
long-term
Tenay's talking
success.
about.
Right
They're
now,
like
Rage
not
got toehold
bad.
on beautiful
They're
Bobby
decent.
Eaton, dropping the elbow with Chaos. Nice tag team work by High Voltage.
Not
It's great
Bobby
to watch
Eaton,
WCW action right here on the Superstation, but to enjoy it to its fullest, to the maximum, you have to see WCW action live.
I
And
tried,
World
Mike.
Championship Wrestling
I
tonight
got to one
will
show.
be in Charleston, West Virginia. Tickets are available at the Civic Center box office and Ticketmaster. And then tomorrow night, Sunday evening, Johnson City, Tennessee.
Saturday at
Tickets
this
are
point
available
was,
at the Freedom Hall box office
we gotta
and
fill
all the
2
usual
hours
outlets.
show.
Freedom Hall at Johnson
And
City,
Scott Hudson and Mike
Tennessee.
Tenay were internet
The number of
nerds.
shows I've
So,
attended in that
yeah, they
arena.
were going to just
That's always
say
a hot
shit to
crowd,
talk
a hot
themselves.
show in Johnson City. Rage going to send Bobby into the ropes.
Oh, gee.
Took Eaton down,
Bobby Eaton to
covered
pin,
quickly,
yeah.
and he got the 2 count on
Unfortunately,
Bobby
that's
Eaton.
likely
Just
what's going to
leveled the
happen.
veteran Bobby Eaton. We always talk about Eaton and his strength.
Always
as a
happy
tag
to see
team
the
wrestler.
you were
One of the great
counting
tag team
Ryan.
stars of all time. Almost
Getting
anyone that they put in through the years
over
with
3
Bobby
digits.
Eaton, that tag
Might
team
be
gained
back
high
down
measures
already.
of success and championship
Yeah, it looks like it
belts.
went back down right when I said.
Rage and Chaos certainly know what is in store for them if they can
It was
score a
up to
victory over a Bobby
3
Eaton
digits.
tag team, whether it's
Second ago.
Bobby Walker as a partner or
And they
whether it's a
turned 10 people
broomstick.
off.
You get a tag team victory over Bobby Eaton, you've accomplished something because of reasons like that. The neck breaker by Bobby Eaton from nowhere. Looked like he was out on his feet. He got the neck breaker on Rage, and that
Saturday night compared to like normal cable television did great. It just was not doing well compared to other WCW.
Big right hands from hard work.
Kenny Chaos was tag champs with Rick Steiner for a little bit at the end of '98. They didn't really team. I think they had like one match together, maybe 2. It was after the Judy Bagwell thing.
We see Bobby Walker miss in the corner.
And they were like, hey, you have to have a trained wrestler as your partner.
Him. He's gone up top. Rage.
Hell yeah. High voltage, obligatory springboard move.
That is the voltmeter. He hooks the leg and he gets
the voltmeter.
High voltage make a successful return to WCW Saturday night.
Why are you guys naming moves after Robbie Rage's wiener?
Body block, high voltage gain the win. Big things in the future for this young tag team.
Don't forget Scott Steiner and Ray Traylor. That will be the main event. It's still
I looked up.
Saturday night.
I was curious what Kenny Chaos was doing these days. Because of that one Google search, I get recommended him as a Facebook friend all the time.
More changes may be in store for a wrestling
Gene
organization
was not ready to do this hotline show.
Their collective acts together.
Oh shit, we are way up now.
And good evening, hotline fans. Some wrestlers
but he's wearing a t-shirt with a blazer that does not fit.
If you get my drift.
Probably Scott Hudson's blazer.
Right now, teetering on the verge of collapse. The president of this company has gone on record disputing publicly that there are many problems. But I've uncovered information that has led me to believe the real story.
The suits in this company, they think everything's fine, but I did research. I found out we're about to close. We're fucked. Call the hotline now.
That's 1-900-909-9900.
Big Papa Pump debuted like that,
before calling, but do call
like
right now.
a few weeks before this. He turned at Super Bowl on that Monday. He was Big
Saturday
Papa.
night, making his way to the ring at this time.
If you Google somebody enough, they get suggested to you on Facebook. I think you're looking up Ted Orsini a little too much.
Well, another example of that open door policy.
Hey, it's Evan Courageous and his beautiful head hair. I've never seen someone look more Italian, who probably is not Italian. I think he's great.
Scott, this past Thursday on Thunder from Columbus, Ohio.
I believe
the Macho Man Randy Savage.
I believe that Jimmy.
NWO problem.
Because at one point his contract said he got 100% of the profit, or 100% of the proceeds every Saturday night.
And who came to the rescue? None other.
I love that this match means so little that they're like, let's just run the Thunder replays during the entrances. Who fucking cares? Hey, Stone Cold, Stone Cold.
Monday night from Philadelphia, that Sting and
Hey Billy, your cousin, I'm Mario
as
Kidman.
a tag team and do very well as a tag team. I think that Randy Savage's days as a member of the New World Order, as we know
Hey,
it,
it's lukewarm
those
Steve
days are
Austin.
numbered. I think Savage may be forming a new NWO. He may be trying to branch
A new
off.
NWO?
Maybe like a USFL
The newest
type
World
version
Order.
of the NWO, hopefully with a lot more success.
Well, remember that Randy Savage questioned Hogan's leadership abilities. He claims
Why does
that
it look
while
like a hate
half of
crime's
the
about to
NWO
happen?
members will shake Hogan's hand in a face-to-face
This is Chili
situation.
McFreeze.
That bottom line, they would love to stab Hogan
I have
right
been
in the back.
courageous.
Well, it's like I've said before, Mike, and you'll bear me out on this. You look at the roster of the New World Order. Hollywood Hogan, Kurt Hennig, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall,
I genuinely have to think the only reason they hired back Kendall Windham
all the way down
at this
Scott
period
Norton, Rick Rude, the entire
was
group,
because he
they
looked like Steve
all
Austin.
Turned their back
It has to
on somebody. They
I gotta be the Kendall Windham before my mama let me get to my own
into
place.
that organization. I don't see how they can trust anybody in that group. That's why I wouldn't join it on a bet.
Also, as we head into Uncensored, despite doctor's orders that he should
If
not
Evan
enter a
wins, he
cover by
gets a bigger
Courageous
piece of the
to get
pizza
2 count,
pie.
the Giant will return to action at Uncensored to face Kevin Nash, and we understand that later in this program, we will have the
That is some
footage from
nice
the
hair he
past
has.
on Nitro. If
Do you
haven't
think these
seen
two
it,
had heat?
with
over the hair. Hi, Nick Patrick. Found a rope-shaped arm and was like, I need to touch it.
You don't want to miss it, and if you even witnessed it this past Monday on Nitro, it's certainly worth a second look.
No question about it.
Kendall Windham's body figured out what beer is supposed to do to
with a good bit of money there, maybe having to.
Michael Shea and Paul London turned into one guy. London climbed that ladder at the ROH show, the unscripted show. He flew off and they did the fusion
over
dance.
and over again. Kevin Nash deserved it, and my money is on the Giant doing it again at least once a week from tomorrow night at Uncensored.
What a deep lineup that is at Uncensored. Top to bottom, incredible star power from the main event to the opening match.
You talk about the...
See, that reminds me, Jeffrey. I'd love, like, in this era when indie shows would promote, like, oh, we have a member of the NWO in the main event, and that member would be Vincent, because he had a contract where he could work indies. Wait, why is the camera operator acting like he's going to hand them the camera? What is that grip he has? Like, holding it, like, out here? No, Ken Shamrock used to, like, do this when he would, like, pretend to do, like, an MMA stance.
And his father, Blackjack Mulligan.
Well, Kendall Windham, another second-generation competitor. That's a first-generation knife-edge chop, though, on Evan Courageous. Good night. And a big left hand from Kendall.
At least those guys pretending to be Doink would be, like, Doink. Yeah, Mortis also did the fake MMA guy stance that nobody in MMA ever did.
Who knows what could happen there?
But I mean, Chris Caden had an excuse. He was not an actual MMA fighter. Ken Shamrock knew how to stand to fight somebody.
They may be up to something. Stay with us. We may have an announcement from those guys later. Kendall misses the splash in the corner, and Evan Courageous fires back with a couple of right hands.
Nick Patrick goes, fuck you.
Opens for Evan Courageous. He follows up, catches the big man, Kendall Windham, with a drop kick.
Shoots Kendall at it.
Good on Kendall. They covered that Judas Sua match he had in another video. Dude, oh my god. Methinks homeboy did not call that. And Kendall was surprised when a 190-pound man fell on him.
Move off the top by Courageous, but there the inexperience of the youngster shows as he walked right into the corner, and Windham now measures him with those open hand knife-edge chops.
And Kendall Windham, bulldog out of the corner. That may do it. The cover.
That's the bulldog. I think that's it. Yeah. No claw.
And it's a victory for Kendall.
We do get the bulldog. Seriously, they do not want you to see these outros, these matches at all.
He let Rick know
what is
the window
Mike
for
today's
the same thing was very narrow.
He knows
and
something.
This past Monday on
And
Nitro,
glad to have
the
you
New
here on
World
that
Order was in for a
five-stream
rude
streak.
awakening. When they planned on inducting Rick Steiner into the NWO,
why is Mike Tenay standing like he's trying to recruit you into Scientology?
Who made the save? None other than the largest athlete in pro sports today, the Giant.
Man, I'm gonna bump
and talk about a
place
welcome to the city of brotherly love.
When I grab
in
your head
Philadelphia,
for that
it was the Giant who powerbombed Kevin Nash.
The Giant parted with 50 grand. Let's
Mike
go back
Tenay
to
found a lady that
Philadelphia
wants to learn about the parka. He is real. That's a weird haircut. It's not Snyder's got a little Dutch boy going on.
Blood is thicker than water. You're exactly right.
Dusty Rhodes in the jacket he wore on every WCW TV show ever. Also wearing it on Nitro because it was his one jacket. Conan wearing a cloak for some reason.
He's WCW for life. Yeah, that's right. He's outman too.
The Wizarding World of Charles Ashenoff.
He was outman. There was nothing for him to do. He is one of the bravest.
How stupid does he fucking look, by the way? Yeah, I'll trick you to join. I'm going to join the UW. Haha. Nope, I'm not. I'm just going to stay in the ring while these 6 guys kick my ass. Great plans, Rick. I've asked about the sound of the ring, and the answer was, what the fuck are you doing, Doug Dillinger? I asked about the WCW rings, and apparently there were like wires that went around the wood planks that like gave them like a real crisp sound.
The man who against doctor's orders will return to the ring at Uncensored against Kevin Nash. He's got a power bomb. Do it. He's got a power. Put him up.
Yeah, please powerbomb Dusty Rhodes. Ow, I got a sore boo-boo on my neck.
WCW Monday Nitro Live. Join us Monday on TNT
yes,
at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
3 solid hours of action featuring the undefeated Bill Goldberg.
I just saw him on Worldwide. Why am I going to watch Nitro?
13-time world champion Ric Flair and Rick Steiner. It is all Monday night on wrestling's #1 show. 3 hours of action on TNT.
They never actually set anything on fire on Nitro. Except for that one time that Russo set Sting on fire. There we go, Jim Powers, baby.
And I just can't get it out of my head. The New World Order trying to bring Rick Steiner into the fold. At first it appeared that Rick Steiner was going to agree. And
you think Jim Powers was like arthritic?
He turned on Kevin Nash.
Why he always had to do this?
An all-out brawl ensued, and just when it looked like the
there he is.
The upper hand,
he shapeshifted into a fan.
Rick Steiner, who came to the rescue, none other than
I always loved when Jim Powers' song would get far enough along, you would get the keyboard solo.
Adversary Kevin Nash, talk about a payback. But then afterwards, after that,
you're gonna wear him down eventually. You're gonna have to kill somebody, or become a vampire, or like have a bunch of vampires, or fire. Just keep upping the ante, and eventually he'll let you do the least insane of the insane.
And the Giant, against doctor's orders, is coming back a week from tomorrow night at Uncensored. And if it's too early,
David Finlay,
it was definitely too early.
Right before he found Bleach.
The Giant paid the price. Holding his neck, he was in a lot of pain Monday night in Philly. I don't think
what's awesome is that he got his one WrestleMania match like 12 years after this, and he wore that jacket.
And then Thursday,
that was his WrestleMania gear. Was that jacket?
Large enough to shackle the Giant.
Everyone else spent like thousands of dollars on new custom gear. Dave Finlay is like, I'm gonna wear this old jacket that I found in the garage.
On pay-per-view. Next up on Saturday night, Jim Powers.
I think Hornswoggle had like a small version of it made too.
Brutal, as Fit Finlay is not known for taking it easy on his opponents. This guy is all go from the bell to bell.
He still might be. They need this to happen.
Belfast, Ireland's gift to professional wrestling. David Fit.
I think we all need to
one of the toughest men
spam
ever
on all the socials.
We saw on a Clash of the Champions.
Just reply to all of his posts with "We need vampires" out of context. Like he posts about Taka Michinoku coming to Mystery. We need vampires. Maybe Taka could become a vampire. That would be a fun gimmick if all the names, like all the featured stars that get advertised for Mystery Wrestling, are vampires.
Jim Powers ought to be
fun.
really happy they're inside a wrestling ring tonight on Saturday night.
Cover by Finlay in the 2 count. Scott, we have some huge news for WCW fans in both Denver, Colorado, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We often talk about first.
Could you imagine being from Sioux Falls, South Dakota? Mike Tenay talked about me.
Cities like Minneapolis, Pittsburgh, Terre Haute, Indiana,
oh shit, Terre Haute.
Milwaukee, Chicago, Fairfax, Virginia. They can all testify because upcoming WCW events in those cities are complete sellouts. A word to the wise: when tickets go on sale, be there the first day.
I live in Indiana. My situation ain't much better.
On sale.
I'm just saying.
Friday, March the 13th in Denver, Colorado. Tickets for Spring Stampede, a big pay-per-view event. The date for Spring Stampede will be April the 19th. Tickets
see, this is how wild WCW is doing at this point. They could announce a pay-per-view on sale a month before the show, and it would sell.
That Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
When is that again?
That's
Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Rite Aid on South Colorado Boulevard Friday. Also Friday,
I'll be there.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major arena.
Scott Hudson just say he's going to the odds in South Dakota.
Sioux Falls Arena box
I'll be there. Please do a dive, Jim Powers.
Plus, meet the NWO
Mickey J's like, dude, you're Jim Powers. You're not going to do a pescata.
10 a.m.
Just
to
pack
12
it.
noon.
Nothing beats WCW action live.
Shout out to Stu Grayson, getting represented on Saturday night.
It's great on television,
Smoke him if you got him.
nothing beats it when you're sitting in the arena live.
Just to be a part
Tankless
of all the action. See the
1177,
stars
thank
up
you.
close.
Follow.
Bring your signs. Paint your face.
Hopefully you're
Get
from Sioux
involved
Falls.
with WCW.
Fit Finlay and Jim Powers.
I'm always in favor of, like, if you're not the big hot company, go to smaller markets for your TV. It'll be easier to fill the building.
I don't think that's a nerve hold. Got a lot of nerve to do it.
Looking good,
Finlay is
Jim.
known for taking any shortcut that he can to dish out pain and punishment to the opposition. Now to the fire.
Oh, you have told the Harley Davidson story before, and I always love hearing it because of how insane Harley Davidson is.
Great Powers, yeah, throw it first across that top steel table.
That is where bikers live.
Finlay. Successful point after attempt there on Jim Powers.
Everyone in the Dakotas
One of
are
his trademarks.
bikers.
Those very lethal stiff kicks to the back.
Wow.
Love that Mike today is such a nerd that he would say, "Here come the stiff kicks" on commentary.
Jim Powers may have heard about how tough Fit Finlay was. I don't know if anything prepared him for this. Now Finlay going to take him outside. What's he doing with those steps over there?
I love Mickey J's like, I'm not going to count you out. I'm just going to yell at you.
Referee Mickey J gets right in his face.
Way to go.
I want to hit him with the stairs.
Control out there.
And doing a good job of it. He gets both men back into the ring.
Finlay making it funny. I want to hit him with the weapon.
A note from the inner sanctum.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure that's why they did TV for
Major announcement about Uncensored before the end of WCW Saturday night.
Well, what is it?
I have no idea. Just you can see the note that I got from Wendy Turnbuckle right here.
By the way, Wendy Turnbuckle is a real person that worked for WCW. Everybody fucking hated
We
him.
will have an announcement about Uncensored tonight on Saturday night. Maybe I can go grab a sandwich.
Wendy Turnbuckle was one of the people that would like run notes to the commentators.
Closed door session that the
Tony Schiavone
WCW Executive Committee
always
is
shits on
currently in. But we do have word that the announcement will be official tonight.
Imagine being named Turnbuckle. Like, you could only work for like a couple of places.
On the pay-per-view next Sunday night, we'll have an announcement later.
Wasn't
on
that wild when
do
Tony
that.
booked Drew Nakayama versus Bryan Danielson? Because Bryan was feuding with Eddie Kingston and Eddie loves Drew
Working on the
Nakayama.
final details to that big announcement, fine-tuning it. It's
Yeah,
something
Heenan
to do
buried her in his
with
book,
this
too.
great uncensored lineup.
Well, they are on a roll as the executive committee. They have put
Wendy
together
Turnbuckle
the
sounds like
A-list
Chikara
of
enhancement.
pay-per-views for Uncensored a week from tomorrow night in Mobile, Alabama. Fit Finlay now, middle rope. Oh, and he caught a knee, a couple of them right in the gut from Jim Powers.
I love when Tony
Powers
does
is still
the,
rocked.
we might bring a pay-per-view to your market thing in every town. And everyone falls for it every time.
Jim Powers, obviously
He's been doing it for years, and no one is caught on. It is such a charming thing.
And doubled him over with a right hand to the midsection. There's that.
There we go, Jim Powers babyface comeback. That ponytail's falling out. He's getting into hyperdrive
He's going to shoot Finlay in.
on the cyber disc.
Fit Finlay took him down. Moves it for the cover.
Got him here.
But
Mickey
Finlay
J's almost out of the ring.
gets the foot across the bottom rope. Mickey J saw it. Broke the count at 2. Whoa.
A real ring general, Fit Finlay, always knows where he is at all times in the matchup.
The WCW's great because Jim Powers would wrestle Fit Finlay for like 9 minutes on television.
Wow, and
Like,
now
why
Finlay,
would this ever happen?
Pile driver coming up. Oh, that's it.
Dropped him on his head.
I love that Finlay would tell guys, hey, don't put your arms around me. I do the pile driver. Make it look more original. And he never hurt anybody.
And loading.
At least when bands tell the crowd you're the best crowd we've ever had, they're not promising them anything. Like when Tony did that in Indianapolis the last time, he specifically mentioned, oh, we need to go to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I need to talk to the people that run that thing. I can get in there. Like, and he did it like 4 times that night.
Call your cable company or satellite provider.
And he did it at like the 2 shows before that too. And nobody caught it.
And are we excited about Uncensored? And you know, we've been talking about this event for the better part
I love
of
when
the
somebody
first
comes
hour,
out with
and we
entrance
have
music
yet
and you
to
just hear the
touch
sound
matchup
effect of the door
involving
open.
2 of the biggest superstars
I
in professional
will
wrestling. 2 second-generation stars. Bret the Hitman Hart representing WCW against the NWO's Kurt Hennig.
See, if I'm in the locker room and Lodi like leaves the room, I'm switching out his sides.
To the feud between WCW and the NWO. Bret Hart representing WCW. How many times did you think we'd ever say
Lodi
that?
against Disco
and
Inferno.
Lodi's
Yeah, Lodi's not cool enough to get the heroin that Raven gives everyone else. So he's just sniffing magic markers.
And the tradition. Both men representing tradition in professional wrestling, although Kurt Hennig isn't too proud of his, I don't think.
I love the story that they named him Idol.
Going all the way back to the dungeon up there in Calgary,
and then Billy Idol's people saw him on TV and threatened to sue. So they're like, we'll call him Lodi.
He's still mad about something. Anyway,
I think I read Lodi post on Twitter once that he loved the Sammy Guevara. Even though I'm pretty sure Sammy Guevara doesn't know who Lodi is. Alright, we got Disco Glenn. We'll get through this together.
They're bringing their fathers into the equation now. Kurt Hennig talking about
Larry the Axe Hennig. Yeah, that works. I love that lady. That lady's great.
I'll put Stu Hart up against Larry Hennig any day of the week.
Stu Hart certainly getting on in years, but I got to tell you, Mike, today.
Oh, you don't want to mess with Stu?
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't get near Stu Hart unless I just walked up.
I don't think anybody likes him.
Said, thank you very much.
There's a reason he can do like every crazy flip in the history of the world.
He would.
And he was given every chance in the world.
I'm tapping out right now. I don't want to get near Stu's hammerlock.
Like 7 years into AEW, he's not.
And you got to think he's the son of Larry the Axe Hennig. He's got to have something upstairs. He'll just keep his mouth shut about Bret Hart's family, like it's not enough to worry about Bret Hart himself. For Pete's sake.
Well, Disco Inferno is certainly no stranger.
Real bad nose.
Wouldn't
if he had a nose job, wouldn't it be smaller? That's not a well thought out.
You remember those?
Oh yeah.
Many of them were for the World TV.
How do you trip running into the ropes?
Here on Saturday night with that sign-waving flunky Lodi.
Well, Lodi's signs got him in a little bit of trouble talking about Disco's nose job.
Also, I think Soy Bomb had just happened at the Grammys, and so Lodi's also ripping that off with the Disco Stinks on his back.
Still be in the building. Yeah, thanks, Disco. I agree with you for once.
It's been a new Disco Inferno over the course of the past few months. That level of commitment, that level of concentration.
Oh, this is that like 2-month period where they're trying to sell Disco as like a serious athlete.
Concentrating on his opponent and the task at hand.
Before they gave up because they remembered, oh, it's Disco Inferno.
He's very committed.
What is up with Lodi's hair? Elbow from Lodi. Took Disco off his feet. Maybe Lodi, there's some kind of antenna or something. He's getting some extra strength.
Buy Raven shirts. You think, yeah, just Raven was back there like, hey Lodi, I need better royalty check this month.
Oh, and I thought he had Lodi.
Now, Scott, I'm just getting word that in the next
there was, I think it was a Bob Dylan performance at the 98 Grammys, and somebody jumped on stage, took their shirt off, and just had Soy Bomb written on them.
And Raven's block, well, they attacked.
Lisa Gavitin, thank you for the follow.
That's their MO. And speaking of the flock, you see...
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
The flock is in attendance during this contest.
There was a lot of subtext to the Raven flock. I'm doing okay, Lisa. Hopefully you were not. If you are,
much less inside the ring.
Well, you always have to be
if you are not,
for a member of Raven's flock, and Lodi goes back first into the steel guardrail. Attention, all Cincinnati, Ohio wrestling fans. Beginning
I'm
this
in
Monday,
Cincinnati.
March the 9th, tickets for the March 22nd WCW event will be available at the Crown box office and at all Ticketmaster outlets. That's in Cincinnati beginning this Monday.
Scoop slam from the Disco Inferno on Lodi. Disco.
Gonna do an elbow now.
Going up to the second rope. The high sign from Disco.
You're a commission artist. Okay.
Lodi,
I'm glad you're not a...
Maybe picking up some instructions in those antennas coming up out of his head.
Chance for Lodi to turn the tide, and he takes control. Big clubbing blows to the back three.
Oh, you went to that. Fun.
Shoots Lodi in by Disco. Misses the clothesline. Oh! Reverse atomic drop.
All right, Brian, you've given me hope.
Now Disco. Starbuster.
Cody could not feed his head in for the stun. Also, this is one of those Saturday night venues where they don't have good ventilation, so the smoke from the entrance is just in the air the whole show. I was making a joke. I'm in Indiana. I've been in Cincinnati before. Wasn't super impressed.
What a wake-up call. Clothesline the sign guy. There's the spinning neck breaker by Disco Inferno. Laid him out in the middle of the ring. The boot to the midsection doubled him over, and it all led to this. The
shirtless kids in the crowd, man.
Disco Inferno gets the victory on
I am good, Lisa. Thank you.
Collect replay. 1-800
Appreciate it.
Collect, the easy way to save. Much more action still to come on Saturday night.
Is Indiana or I don't think we do have any
has been paid for by the New World Order.
You know, when I joined the NWO, they told me one thing. It's for life.
NWO headquarters look kind of sweet.
Tell me I was going to have the time of my life.
This is like a 10-year-old's idea
I have
of
the
a
right
cool
to choose
room.
my friends. And ever since I turned my back on WCW, they made me public enemy #1.
Like the real cool kid on like a Nickelodeon show has a room that looks like this.
You step through those aprons, you come through me.
I've
you're
been
not my
to
friend no more.
Cincinnati.
You're gonna make the same mistake Lex Luger made. Because Lex
Compared to
Luger,
Hoboken.
you know, when you called me out on Nitro, and I left you laying face down, I haven't seen no hide, no hair of you. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake is when you wrestled me at Uncensored. See, everybody at
Uncensored?
World Championship Wrestling wants this match.
You had surgery?
Because everybody at WCW doesn't like me anymore. Well, Lex Luger, you better call WCW and tell them that you don't want this match.
This effect they laid over
career mistake #2.
overlays not very good. Not even like a good
I'm gonna
scratch.
take that $1 million body. I'm gonna take the total package, and I'm gonna smell him piece by piece, muscle by
See,
muscle.
he said dismantle, but he stumbled over the word fast enough that it sounded like he said, "Looks Luger, I'm gonna smell
The
him."
announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Yeah, that's right. Lay off of Brian. He's been to various top 200 markets.
This past Monday on Nitro, we witnessed the world premiere of the music video Rising by Stunt
Oh, this
Mojo.
very real crowd.
DDP was offered a cameo, but Raven and his flock made their presence
Raven killed Kid. We all killed Kid back in the day.
Hey fans, we're back for this evening's main event. And as you can see, one of the true greats of the sport has joined us for this evening's action. DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, it's a pleasure.
You know,
of course it's your pleasure, Mikey.
I'm thinking about like
I was just in the back with
I
the boys,
do
Stuff Mojo.
I do
Let me
yoga.
tell you, these boys are cocked, rock, and ready to rock.
I'm thinking about
fans,
Dallas
they are as well.
smoking a Skokie and then going into like Crocodile.
Mojo. Got me doing it too.
Like a
DDP,
bar back.
it sounds like you and Stuck
Well,
Mojo.
wait a minute. Well, Mojo may be a good tag team, but they still don't have what it takes to become a great tag team.
I guess those gold belts around their waist don't mean anything to you, huh?
This probably ain't making it to YouTube. Why is the shot like a whitest sketch? Good point. I believe this was shot at the power plant. Oh, Jimmy Barron's the referee. By the way, the guitarist from this band, this is Rich Ward is the guitarist. He ended up being Daphne's ex-husband. And yeah, these guys would play with Chris Jericho and become Fozzy. Also, how sick is that Kidman just did a tope con hilo into a crowd scene? That's actually amazing. Why is Hammer motorboating? Also, when this video had debuted on Nitro, Ron Reese had not joined the flock yet. And they had to have him join on the TV show after because they couldn't explain why this giant fuck was in the ring during the flock DDP video. Yeah, this song's fucking horrible. But this is very 1998. Bunch of angry men. Screaming and rapping over bad music. Though I will say, it would be a pretty sweet gimmick for a band if, like, if some band just toured with a 7'3" giant who would throw people into the crowd to crowd surf. I think that would bring back rock music. There's been a lot of debate about rock music dying lately. I think that would be the thing that would bring back rock music. Like, the funniest part of this is on Nitro and Thunder, they would talk about how this video was coming to MTV. You know, this random fucking band from Georgia that made friends with DDP to do a video like this. Yeah, they're gonna totally air this on MTV. I think like 30 seconds of it did air on that MTV Live where Raven and DDP showed up. But this wasn't getting regular rotation in like 120 minutes. He just fucking hit him with an electric guitar. I love that the end of this video is just DDP like, let me show you all the cool ways I can do my finishing move. He might have. There's no way this thing was in regular rotation on MTV. Oh wow, Much Music did play this video. Okay. Much Music used to also play Troubleshooter all the time, and that band. And the lead singer turned out to be a pedophile.
I don't know about you, Mike, today, but I can't hear a thing. Duck Mojo, whoa, what a video. That's
who's coming out to this?
That's good. I don't think that
this would end up being Lenny and Lodi's song when they were the ambiguously gay duo. Oh, it's Horseshoe! Ain't no business like shoe business, baby. Yes, Rich Ward married her.
Raven. You did. And I tried to get some info from Raven on the background. We know that both Raven and Diamond Dallas.
I've said it before. Horseshoe has one of the all-time great torch talks with Wade Keller and the Pro Wrestling Torch. I thought he had the Star of David on his back.
You're going to have that competitive spirit between the two men.
Horseshoe, after he was fired from WWE, did an interview with Wade Keller, and Wade's like, so what do you think should have been different about your WWE run? He's like, here's what we should have done. That's what I told them we should have done. They should have given me 4 hot bitches, 2 on each arm, and then I go on TV and I say that I fuck them, and then I beat everyone and I win the world title. Hell yeah.
His share of lows, but nothing like the highs he's
Prince
seen now
Ikea.
as United States champion in World Championship Wrestling, and I think more than
somebody who
anything
spent his whole life in prison and never had peas before, or he had peas before.
That Paige is enjoying.
Big Show was acting like he never had peas.
At the beginning of both of their careers, he wants the same thing. He just doesn't want to go out and earn it like Paige did.
Now, Scott, during our last commercial break, I know that you made your way to the back. Is there any
another awesome thing about Horseshoe is, for some reason, when he was in developmental, Dave Meltzer was his biggest fan. Every week when Meltzer would get the OVW TV,
nothing new.
This Inspector Impact guy is awesome. Why isn't he on TV already? And then he gets the TV and he's Luther Reigns.
In the room they're meeting in backstage here in Johnstown, PA. But we will have an announcement.
Well, the difference between his pitch and their Cecil's, he also wanted to have 4 hot bitches in his arms.
It may be something to do with the World Heavyweight Championship match between Sting and Scott Hall. I've always wondered about Scott Hall. Maybe Scott Hall.
Remember when his steroid dealer got mad at him, and he went public like, "I've got a WWF superstar named Reigns. I'm gonna reveal that he's been doing steroids this whole time." And then for like 2 weeks, everyone thought Roman Reigns was gonna get fired because his steroid dealer was gonna out him. He's like, "Yeah, I have WWF superstar Reigns, Luther Reigns."
Scott Hall was victorious, and the pre-match stipulation was that the winner of that
a great
match
internet
would
wrestling
gain the
moment.
world's title shot. Well, it's coming a little bit later than Scott Hall expected, but he gets the opportunity to, well, to quote Hollywood Hogan, bring the world's...
Oh, how do you bump on your forehead on a clothesline? The only people I've ever seen do that are Prince Iaukea and Necro Butcher.
I cannot wait. I may just leave from here and go straight down to Mobile.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the reason why Horseshoe didn't get into that whole XWF TNA gaggle was because he thought he could be an actor. So he moved to Los Angeles. And then that didn't work out. So he called Johnny Ace and he's like, "Hey, I'm 6'5" and muscular." Johnny Ace is like, "Let me give you a job."
For that eventuality, because I don't think Hollywood Hogan is a man Scott Hall or anybody else can trust. And if Scott Hall does somehow win the World Heavyweight Championship
Can't even
a week from
stomp.
tomorrow night at Uncensored from Sting, I don't think it's going to happen like today, but if all the planets are lined up right and Scott Hall wins it, he better hang on to it with both hands because Hollywood Hogan will be trying to rip that thing away the minute he gets back.
That could be anything. Title belt,
Prince
ball
Iaukea
sack,
unleashes the
anything.
attack on Horseshoe. Series of knife edge
So
drops.
many
Now
people
Reagan
ended
out.
up
Gonna try and
in
lift up
those
the big man. Tried to
mid
scoop him for the
2000s
slam.
WWE.
Nice block, Horseshoe.
WWE
And it gets
games.
countered into an
So many
inside
weird.
cradle.
Got the cover and he got the 2 count on Horseshoe. Nicely executed by the French
Of course,
television
Luther
champion.
Reigns ended up
Horseshoe
in an
now
episode
firing
of My
back.
Bear Lady.
Butterfly
Alright, this
double
week in history.
on Prince
Thanks to Steve
Iaukea.
Jam, Tune Man. The
Horseshoe
Devils beat the
taking
Rangers
time.
on the ice. Remember when Movie in America was Titanic? Remember when Song in America was My Heart Will Go On, of course. And that week, Simpsons episode that aired was Lisa
If
the
the Prince
Simpsons.
is to be successful, he's going to have to really turn it up a notch here and use his quickness to his best advantage. Look at him walk the ropes, but he did not connect with the elbow drop.
Took too much
Like, if
time,
I'm
did
a
Horseshoe.
reality
Great agility
TV
for the big
booker,
man.
The Prince rolled out of the way. But
I
now,
pay very close
the Prince
attention to
jumped
all
over
those,
the top
like,
rope.
NXT
Prince
releases.
gonna go up top.
There are at least 5 or 6 of them that are prime bait for like shitty reality.
Prince Iaukea coming back on Horseshoe. Incredible.
Like I think Horseshoe would have done a great job marrying a 67-year-old European woman at first sight if he could get on TLC.
Hollywood Hogan and Randy Savage in a 15-foot high steel cage.
Why did the cages always have to be 15 foot high?
Tomorrow night at
Hey Alan,
Uncensored,
thank
there's
you
a
very
triple
much.
Jeopardy match.
It did come out in
Diamond Dallas
97,
Page
but it was like
versus
number
Raven
1 at the box
versus
office for
Chris
like
Benoit. But
a
the
year.
situation between these 3 men knows no bounds. I don't think a ring can hold it.
Mine
either,
tonight
Mike.
looks like
We've
someone
seen examples.
farted.
Well, Scott,
Everyone
through the
can't
years in
figure
World
out who,
Championship Wrestling, there have been
but
many rivalries.
now it's
But
he knows
do
that
you
it's
ever
all right,
recall
Brian.
a
Take Bear
rivalry
out.
as intense as this,
Let him play out
with
in the
3
weather.
individuals involved. U.S. Heavyweight Champion Diamond Dallas Page. Almost at every turn, whether it be a singles match with Chris Benoit or doing a music video, Raven interferes and integrates himself into the
Raven
situation.
interferes in music
The most
videos.
heat-packed feud in WCW, not involving the New World Order.
Yeah,
Let's go
I
back to
think
Columbus,
they had
Ohio.
I think they taped a couple of these.
I can shed some light
I
on
love
the
this framing.
Diamond Dallas Page and I had a
By the way,
very
Raven tied his hair
volatile
back because this is the week after that fan grabbed the back of his hair and pulled him out of the ring. So he's like, I'm not taking any chances.
But did he remember me? No. He went on to fame and glory. But what about me? What about Raven? What about me?
Watch Benoit. Here's the crippler. He's up on top.
Oh. Not the biggest mistake Chris Benoit would make in his life.
to the feet of Diamond Dallas. But one thing about him, Speed, is the heavyweight champion.
Love that the camera operator in the corner is wearing a white sweater.
Diamond cut them both. Who is this big guy? I have no idea.
He's gonna give Benoit a wedgie. Okay, who has longer arms, Benoit or Reese? Gotta be close. I love that Reese. Okay, this is Reese's first night as Reese in the flock, and he's already bumping. Yes, I watched the Raven flock like year in review video they did, and yeah, they just skipped like 3 months of Raven's career because it's all Benoit. Oh, that might have been the one that did it.
Well, this big guy, obviously,
I would say that Raven was well protected on that, or that Benoit was well protected. But knowing Benoit, he was like, "Hey, could you like have my head sticking completely through your arms, make it look more real?"
Nevermore.
This Thursday, it's live.
I love that the Thunder like video screen is supposed to look like a storm. But it just looks like the outside of a building during a smoke break.
The Iceman Dean Malenko, plus Hacksaw Jim Duggan, 13-time World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair, as well as the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner. It's all this Thursday, live on Thunder, Superstation, TBS.
We think these people might be at the show. We don't know yet.
Back on WCW Saturday night.
All right, who we got?
What a contest. We've got a couple of luchadors.
I think we got a Viano.
Saturday night. And making his way to the ring, it says Viano 4, but when both Vianos come out, you never know which one you're going to get.
That is a sick-ass bowling shirt. I need to send a message to Stash. Like, hey, do you know me?
And they will frequently make moves behind the referee's back. They are massive.
Oh, hey. Hi.
I know, and you know.
That guy's challenging the Vianos to
or the IV on their trunks that lets you know
he does look like a
character. But that doesn't really mean a lot.
Great
the referee doesn't
recount
have time to stop
reference.
the action and say, hang on a minute, let me read your tights. That's not going to happen in this contest, so they get away with it.
All right.
Well, the opposition for the Viano is Juventud Guerrero.
Here comes Juvi.
An unmasked Juventud Guerrero. You know, he's taking the positive approach to that recent loss at Super Brawl. Last month's defeat
The master of the sweet surrender
saw
himself.
Juvi forced to unmask. That was as a result of that pre-match stipulation that was agreed to going in. An attack right at the opening bell. Actually, before the opening bell.
Viano 4 attacking Juventud Guerrera. The young warrior, the luchador, and now Viano 4. Handful of hair, flips him over. Kind of a snap
Yeah.
takeover.
His hair tossed him out of the
Big
corner.
fan of how in Lucha, if you're the son of Viano 3, you're Viano 3 Jr., and you're not like Viano 7.
He's going to learn from that loss.
Like the Final Fantasy games.
To new heights.
Final Fantasy
His new motto,
17
never
4.
surrender. And Scott Hudson, he is working on building a winning streak without the mask. That intensity level. Juventud Guerrera has reached all new heights.
I think, and here's a prediction right today. As Viano 4
Yeah, fuck your...
throws him straight to the canvas.
Wouldn't, yeah, don't make fun of people who say Viano 4 is their favorite wrestler.
Will achieve even greater
sick.
success without the mask.
He'd bleed like
I
a
think
stuck
maybe,
pig.
just maybe, Juventud was a little too.
Also, is it just me or does it look like
hiding behind
Viano
the
4's
mask.
dick
Now
bulge
he's
is like
exposed, as it were,
up
he's
past
gonna
his
take
belly
it
button?
straight to the top of the luchadors. I wouldn't be surprised to see the cruiserweight strap around that.
Yeah, it's
man
wild. Like
before the
in
end of
Mexico,
1998.
like
Incredible quickness.
if you're like the 6th member of a family, you have to be like Viano 2 second junior.
Juventud goes up top, spinning Frankensteiner, Hurricane Rana takeover on Viano 4 and Juventud.
Viano 7 by the
into
5th
ropes.
variable.
Oh, 4 over the top into the floor.
What a vicious clothesline by Juventud. Viano out on the floor. Juventud going to try a high-risk move here or just let him back into the ring?
Oh, and now, Viano 5. Or is that Viano 4?
Yeah, dude, these guys were around forever by the time they got to WCW.
submarine Juventud over there.
He submarined Juventud.
Nick Patrick, but Juventud Guerrera, let's not forget, he gets his shot.
Was it Viano 4 that was the working dentist?
A week from tomorrow night at Uncensored.
One of them was a dentist. And like, even with the masks, like concealing the identity, all of his patients knew it was him because his forehead was so severely covered in git marks. Yeah, you're cutting yourself every Friday night at Arena Mexico.
Much like Viano 4 has the half crab on Juventud here. I don't know how long Juventud can hold out. But like he said, with mucho corazon, he's got a lot of heart. It's going to take a lot to get Juvi to tap.
I love that Mike and talk Scott Hudson that term in Spanish.
We have another on sale.
Yeah, there's an El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
March the 13th is
Great
the date.
name.
Tickets will be going on sale for Monday Nitro in Norfolk, Virginia.
This is a very Darso move if I've ever seen
The live
one.
event is April the 27th. Tickets will go on sale, as we mentioned.
Yeah, I have to think eventually we're going to have an Otro, Viano the 4th, Viano 4 Jr.
Ticket Center for a meet and greet session with all the fans in Norfolk, except no substitutes. The real deal.
I think so.
Monday Nitro at the
1 and 2 might have been dead at this point.
Wow, Nitro at the Scope. That is going to be unbelievable. There have been many, many great cards at the Scope. Cover here by the Viano on Juventud. The Scope has hosted, I can't count the number of pay-per-view events.
It will be El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. the
TV
second.
tapings. It's going to get unwired.
There was a Kamala Jr.
April 27th. I
wrestled
can't
out of
wait. I'll be
Indianapolis.
there. Count on it.
And you know that the fans in Norfolk, they're well aware of the ticket success of World Championship Wrestling and Monday Nitro. Again, a word to the wise. Be there Friday for the opening day of ticket sales. Don't just get
Someone wolf whistled
Get the ticket that you
when
want.
Hoopy countered a suplex. Heck, I'm horny.
He got the 2 count on the Viano.
Patrick just straight up falling out of the ring. That's why he has to hold onto the ropes.
Here's the cover. That's got to do it. Count of 1, 2, and Juventud. Juventud Guerrera. Talk about a lot.
There's a kid I went to school with who thought that his name was Juventud.
Just another great example of that never say die
thought that he was a fart.
21-year-old.
Oh, that was a good
power
snap.
slam. Snapped it off and covered.
Almost ripped his throat apart.
That's what I thought, Referee. 1 and 2 had both passed him.
I thought Juventud Guerrero was done 2 times in a row, and somehow he rolled that shoulder up at Juventud.
All right, thank you, Brian. Viano 2 was dead. Viano 1 passed away in 2000. Much appreciated, Brian.
From the top is Viano 4, and Juventud got
Please,
it back together.
please do that.
Missed that top rope attempt.
Whose kid? My dad?
There's the Hoovy driver.
The Hoovy driver, and now Juventud setting him up. Firebird 450 splash, toy boat. Here comes Hoovy.
Oh!
Nailed him.
I always thought it was crazy how he would always nail the splash, even though and like he's so close to the corner. Also, Nick Patrick, you could have totally counted that in the ring. You fucking show off.
What an impressive win on Saturday. Wait a minute.
Oh, hang on.
That's Viano 5, the fresh man.
We knew it would happen.
Yeah, there's a new set of Vianos. Viano, I think Viano 3's kids are working in CMLL right now.
That's Silver King.
Oh, and now Silver King is breaking down here in Johnstown, PA.
Breaking down in Johnstown, PA.
Ciclope is in the ring.
Ciclope, Silver King, Super Calo.
Danny's probably on his way out.
This is evolving into a lucha libre brawl.
We have got to get.
Hey, we didn't have anything else really happen on this show. Just do a lucha 6-way brawl. Fine.
We're gonna have to get some order restored here. Wait a minute. Here they come. Hang on. Here we go.
Okay, for a random post-match angle that didn't matter, that was a sweet spot.
Well, Scott, we have just received word that the
I have seen me myself in Irene once, and I remember very little of that.
We understand that that meeting is now breaking up.
Hey, it's Billy Kidman.
A piece of paper. You've been handed an
The
announcement.
closest that they came to saying that any of the Flat Guys were on heroin.
The announcement about Uncensored. Look right there. Look at the lineup for next Saturday night on this very program. Oh, man.
Wow, you are going to see next Saturday night in action the tag team of Kurt Hennig and Brian Adams representing the NWO against WCW's British Bulldog and Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Absolutely.
How about this for a tag team match? The Canadian crippler Chris Benoit will join forces with Dean Malenko, that man, Dean Malenko, to face Chris Jericho and Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Dean Malenko looks like he's lost getting to the ring because he can't see through the smoke.
What a team, what a show.
Dean Malenko, America's favorite talk show
There's
host.
more.
Oh, man, no way.
Next Saturday right here on TBS Saturday Night, Bill Goldberg will be in action. Plus, we just witnessed the conclusion of the matchup involving Juventud Guerrera and Biano 4. We saw the 6 luchadors involved. The executive committee has just signed a 6-man, non-stop, all-action Lucha Libre tag team for next Saturday. It'll be the Villanos and Silver King against Juventud Guerrera, Ciclope, and Super Calo. Wow, what a lineup for next Saturday.
Unreal. That's a week from tonight. That will be
We watched a Dean Malenko talk show.
Next WCW Saturday night. Wow, can't wait for that one right now. Dean Malenko and Kidman representing Raven's Flock in the ring. And Dean Malenko is getting ready for a shot at their cruiserweight title
Dean.
a week from tomorrow night at Uncensored himself. Whoa!
And no question that Malenko has proven to be one of the most accomplished cruiserweights in the world today. 3 championship reigns. The cover here by Kidman, leg hook, 2 count. That certainly proves the point. The 3 titles that he has had, cruiserweight champions. March 15th, as you mentioned, a week from tomorrow at Uncensored, Malenko will face another 3-time cruiserweight champion.
Oh, man.
And speak of the devil, the man that Malenko is going to face, Chris Jericho, and obviously, Chris Jericho is taking some notes.
Give me a break.
He's scouting Dean Malenko.
He can't even write English. Are you kidding me?
He can't even write English.
Taking notes on Dean Malenko, it's a good idea.
Off-the-grid sensation Dean Malenko doing?
Scouting out the front row. And now the crowd here in Johnstown, PA, letting Jericho know he isn't welcome. Oh, belly-to-back suplex by Kidman, and he got the 2 count on Dean Malenko.
I've been surprised by Kidman's offense in this matchup. Total control almost from the opening bell.
Maybe Malenko is distracted by Jericho at ringside. He's got a shot at their cruiserweight title at Uncensored. I gotta think, as much as Dean Malenko is the Iceman,
I think Jericho's writing up what he's going to send to Dave Meltzer after the show.
Knowing he's got a title shot against
Sources close to Chris Jericho say that he feels like he's being misused.
A week from today.
All they had him do at the Saturday night tapings was stand inside the ring.
Tickets are going to go on sale in Miami, Florida for a Nitro event. The date of that Nitro is April the 6th. Also 1 week from today. Tickets go on sale for Thunder in Fargo, North Dakota. The date for Thunder in Fargo, April the 16th.
Love Dean Malenko,
As well, next Saturday,
where you
tickets
reach
go
out
on
to
sale
people.
for
Come on,
Monday
support
Nitro
me.
in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The date there will be April the 20th. Now, in Colorado Springs, you'll have a chance to meet Diamond Dallas Page and Kimberly. In Fargo, North Dakota, a chance to meet the NWO 6. And in Miami, Florida, an opportunity to meet Gene Okerlund and Elizabeth. Wow.
Jericho's writing
Big
up the
on-sale event 1 week from today. Miami, Fargo, and Colorado Springs. Don't be left out.
Nothing beats WCW action live and in person. If you're in those cities, in Fargo, in Miami, or Colorado Springs, get your tickets early. Kidman going up top. Malenko cuts him off. Dean Malenko now has Kidman on the top rope. Could be superplex, but no. Kidman fires back.
Oh shit, Jerry Lynn. Nope.
Flip from the top, but no. Malenko
Fuck you, Jerry Lynn.
Reigns in the right hands on Kidman. Shoots him into the corner.
Nicely done, the counter by Malenko, but he walked right into the boot. There's a real
Seems
surprise.
like I do not want to run with you. Oh, that was sick.
He was going to go for some kind of a bulldog, I guess, and it was reversed in mid-air, in mid-move by Malenko. And he's going to hook him up for the cloverleaf, Texas cloverleaf applied.
Oh, he threw his papers.
Nobody kicks out of the cloverleaf and Kidman.
For no reason.
And wait a second. What is Jericho doing? Chris Jericho.
Take out D, come on!
He's trying to recruit.
Chris, they're on heroin.
Come on, you idiot!
Idiots.
And Raven's just sitting there.
Oh, wait a minute. Here they come. Lodi, Hammer, Six Boy.
They're on drugs, Chris. They move kind of slow.
Chris Jericho has recruited the Flock into his war with Dean Malenko.
I can't believe that Jericho talked the flock into this while Raven was sitting right there.
This is at least 6-on-1.
Well, fuck this fuck time. Yeah, buddy, that's why you do not mess with.
These guys are.
Better
People
rethink
when we're
this
going to
thing over,
trial.
Jericho.
Stay with us.
Yeah, this is a heck of a show.
Come on Saturday nights.
Guys, thank you very much, and I don't really mean to get very heavy or philosophical with everybody here on a Saturday night on TBS.
Please,
I am
I
reminded
would love
about
for
how
you to.
life is said to be about choices and chances, about how everybody deserves a second chance. And we really are what we decide.
Isn't he about to bring in, like,
make.
the
Well, there was a
Velveteen
time when
Dream?
Ray Traylor made a choice. He chose to go.
Let me welcome my
with the
guest, Joey
NWO.
Riot.
Didn't quite work
I'm
out.
pleading with you people.
Well, not everybody
Please,
was willing
let
to give
Joey
Ray
Ryan
Traylor
take
a second
bookings again.
chance. In fact, most everybody turned their backs on the big man from Cobb County, Georgia. Everybody but the two brothers from Michigan.
Yeah, they did a
Scott
storyline
and
where
Rick
Ray
Steiner
Traylor
opened their
got
arms
canceled
along with Ted DiBiase. They
being in
extended
the
the hand
NWO.
of friendship. They brought Ray Traylor in, became a very formidable six-man combination. And now Ray Traylor, later on WCW Saturday night, is going to face Scott Steiner
Looks
in
like
the
Sting
ring.
was
And Ray,
just
I want
hanging
to
out
talk a
there in the
little bit
locker
about
room,
that.
left his
Like I
jacket.
said, you'd been down that road before. I'd imagine
Somebody
not
was
only do you want to
drinking.
lay your hands on Scott Steiner, but you've got to, let's come from
Ew,
the heart
Joey
on
Ryan's
this
trying
one,
to
Ray.
do a
You've got to
series.
have something you want to say to the man.
You know, I've been fortunate
Real
enough
job, bud.
to wrestle the best wrestlers in the world all over the world, and I beat them all at one time or the other. But this thing
He
between me and Scott Steiner.
listen to those.
doesn't
I
have to
beat all
happen.
the wrestlers.
I
in the
don't
world
feel right
one
about it,
time
and
or another.
I'm not trying to disappoint any of the fans out there. But Steiner, I want you
Ray.
to listen to me, and listen from a man who had the experience to know what he's talking about. I was a member of the NWO. I was under Hollywood.
Like part of it, I
Hulk
think he has
Hogan's thumb.
chew in his mouth.
He'll promise you the world, and he'll make you think that it's going to happen, but he'll never deliver. You and your brother, when I left the
My
NWO,
brother
I had
David
no
has
friends
nothing
in
to do with what's
WCW.
going on with you,
I had no
buddy.
friends in the NWO. You two guys were the only ones that had guts enough to stand beside me and fight for what's right.
Yeah.
I know you've made a decision. You parted with your brother. You parted with me. You turned your back on your whole entire family, your mother, your father, everybody that believes in you. Well, this is not the last thing that you have to
He's
do.
back in the WWF by
It can
like
be
late
turned
October,
around, Scott.
early November.
I'm going to try to knock some sense into your head. I'm going to try to make you realize that the NWO is not what it's cracked up to be. I know, man. I've been there.
Whereas
They
Raven's
gave you the
flock does not
second
have
chance,
crack in
Ray,
his
and I hope
heroin.
you will give Scott that same second chance
Oh,
later
none
on
of
tonight
the stables
on
in WCW were
Saturday
cracked
night. Fans, we've got more action for you. Don't you dare go away.
Yeah, he's just Ray. Coming up next, Ray Traylor will cut a promo on Scott Steiner.
Wrestlers in the WCW locker room are lining up for a shot.
What, you idiots
at
thought
the
this was
traitor,
live?
At the turncoat, Scott Steiner. And interestingly enough, the initial
Shit, we got a
challenges
Mark Paul
have
Gosselaar
come
fan in
from
the
a group of
audience.
wrestlers that were among the closest friends
There are multiple
of
people
Scott and Rick
accidentally
Steiner.
throwing up the Robots
First off, it was the total
in the
package
audience.
leader,
Hopefully
and
accidentally.
now Ray Traylor.
Ray Traylor was very tight with Rick and Scott Steiner. He's still tight with Rick, no question about it.
affectionate
He was
crack
part
addicts
of
be
that
like?
clique.
I don't know. I don't watch
Hang on
JCW.
1 second. Oh, hang on. I got it. I got the announcement, Mike. This is going to come unhinged. Stay with us.
Gonna come unhinged.
Back on Saturday night, it looks like Traylor's got a mic, Mike.
to be quiet, because I got a few things to say to Scott Steiner.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you just go talk
Listen
to
up,
him in the
Scotty.
locker room, dude?
The voice of reason.
This thing between Scott and I, it doesn't have to happen tonight. See, Steiner,
Hey, after I
I
leave the
know where you've
NWO, what
been,
should I wear for gear?
and I know where you're going.
I don't know. You have like a
You're
black
doing the NWO.
sweater at home?
He was in the NWO.
Yeah,
Who knows?
man.
From first-hand
Yeah, just wear
experience.
that to work.
Oh, wait a
For
minute.
chanting
Something has caught
NWO.
Traylor's eye.
Scotty,
Steiny! He called him Steiny.
you listen to me. The NWO,
Hey,
they didn't
Steiny?
stand behind me. When I left them, I didn't have any friends in WCW. I didn't have any friends in
Is he trying to scare him
NWO.
straight?
But at
I
least
didn't have any
I
friends.
had my family.
My family
When
left
I
me.
was at my lowest point, fighting a battle by myself, alone, there was only two people that had guts enough to stand up and help me when I was down.
Those
That
two
was
people
you,
were you,
and that
Steiny
was
and
Rick.
Steiny.
You not only turn your back on these fans that believed in the Steiner brothers, you turn your back on your brother. Think about your mother. Think about your father.
Wait.
Think about your family.
Yeah,
One day wrestling's
it
going
was
to be
rough that he
over,
turned his
boys,
back on Rick.
and you
but
ain't going to have nobody to fall back
Still
on.
liked his mom and
Because
dad.
The NWO's not going to be there for
You can be
you.
a good son
I
if
know
you're in
from
the
experience.
NWO.
NWO.
Like Hulk Hogan
for
didn't
life
ask you
is
to
just a bunch of crap.
disown your family.
I hope Scotty's listening. That's great advice.
I hope Steiner's
Back to
listening.
laugh, Scotty.
Did he say he was right? Would you trust Scott Steiner after what we've seen in the past couple of weeks?
Also, I do not think he's wearing anything under that singlet.
Good to have you back, man.
Wait a minute.
How fucking stupid of a babyface do you have to be?
Oh, head release suplex.
Ray Trailer.
Oh, man.
NWO.
I don't know what he said, but it wasn't Ray Trailer.
I don't have to tell you how disappointing Alpha
Hey, let me
was.
hug this heel that is
I
known
thought
for his
Scotty was
belly-to-belly
back on the right
suplexes.
side. Oh, man.
Well, this is the first match.
One
for
of these
Ray
men would
Traylor
eventually
in
steal a
well
corpse,
over a
and
month.
it's not the
We
one that
last
you'd
saw
think.
Ray Traylor carried out after a Kevin Nash jackknife powerbomb.
I cannot get over that he's wrestling in a black sweater and leather pants.
Mike, what about this announcement? Here we go. Strap yourself in.
Oh, I'm strapping.
1 week from tomorrow
Strapping it
night.
on, strapping it
At
in.
WCW NWO Uncensored, the match has already been announced. A triple Jeopardy match. Diamond Dallas Page versus Raven versus Chris Benoit. The executive committee has made the decision and has announced, and here's the announcement, it will be for the United States Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, you mean to tell me that a pay-per-view match with the United States champion is going to be for the United States title? No way.
What an announcement.
That's crazy.
The title will be at stake in the Triple
It's
Jeopardy
too
match. In
much.
other words, it's
A
up
Triple
for
Jeopardy
grabs.
match was the
Diamond
name that
Dallas
they tried to
Page,
give
Raven,
to three-way
Chris Benoit.
dances.
Whoever walks
Before
out
they just gave
uncovered,
up.
the winner of that three-way
Because
Triple
every
Jeopardy
company
match
having different
will be the
branding for
United
three-way
States
matches
Heavyweight
just
Champion.
That's
got
what it
so
looks like to
confused.
me, Mike, today. Boy, that will settle a lot between those three. We'll know who the best man is. Ray Traylor.
I think he got him with that
Big
one.
right hand.
Either he got him with that, or Ray Trailer throws the best punches in
Way to
wrestling.
go, Ray. That's one of his trademark moves. And was that big extended right hand ever
Woo, I
on the
punched him in the
button?
face for
Caught
real.
Scott Steiner flush.
Scott Steiner still is not on his feet. That is no easy task, but that is a big right hand meat hook from Ray Traylor. But whoa!
Oh, those.
the sudden
Oh, I hate to
stop
be a
from
YouTube
Scott Steiner.
pervert, but those.
How
That
about
singlet's
that new
going right
move
up
from
his
Scott
ass.
Steiner that we've recently seen him debut? The
Oh, yeah.
Steiner recliner.
Oh, please.
That's a great name
modified
for a
camel
movement.
clutch by Scott Steiner. And
We
when
don't
those
give
big
him
arms
enough
wrap
credit
around you,
for
you
the
know
Steiner
you've been,
recliner.
Steiner reclined, as it were. Oh,
Like, finding a
right to
word
the face.
that not only rhymes with your last name, but actually
Ray Traylor
fits
right in
the
the eye.
hold
We
you're
see him
doing.
drop down to the net,
A
favoring
plus
the
stuff.
eye.
Oh, and Scott Steiner gonna shoot the big man. No, reversal by Ray Traylor. But Scotty ducks out of the way, and Traylor takes a shoulder full of pole.
It's okay, he's wearing a sweater.
And
It's not
Scott
gonna look
Steiner
bad.
immediately follows up the advantage.
Boom!
Gets that 300-plus pounder in the belly-to-belly.
Now Scotty.
Oh, he's
that's it.
gonna-
The Steiner recliner.
I love how Ray Trailer,
There it is.
it's
He's
like,
got him home.
Oh,
Scotty,
he's
you
wrenching it
betrayed
back.
your family,
Look,
come
look at
back.
him pull back
He
on the
believed
neck.
him
Oh, and he's right around there. There's the tap out.
when
There's the tap
Scott's
from
like,
Ray
oh, I'm a
Traylor.
baby
He's
face
got him by the
now.
throat.
He
Come
looks
on, Mark,
stupid.
break
And then
it
Scott
off.
just beats
Ray
him.
Traylor is
What a
out.
chump.
Ray Traylor.
This is the point when he should have known, hey, we're firing
Traylor.
him.
Scott Steiner. The Steiner.
Also, let's trade up a trade.
Come on, we've got to get some help out here for Ray Traylor. It's Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner.
I mean, as we've established with Barbarian's hair pull submission, the referees didn't appear in WCW.
The Steiner brothers. Do not trust Scott Steiner. Things are not settled between Rick and Scott. We've got to get some help for Traylor.
All
He's
right, so
right in
before
there.
we go, like I said, YouTube members, I'm back Sunday for the paid members only stream. But for those of you that stick to Twitch, I'm back next Tuesday for WCW Deep Cuts Live. Get a whole week without me. So here's what we'll be watching next Tuesday at 9 p.m.
You're talking about a man who is wearing a dress. First of all, I have to apologize. I'd like to apologize to all the Jericho-holics, all the people watching at home. I'd even like to apologize to you, Gene Mean.
It's very thoughtful.
All right, so that's next Tuesday again. I'm back for the folks that don't want to pay to see my pretty face. I'm back next Tuesday, but you YouTube paid members put down $4.99 a month. We'll watch a Tough Man pay-per-view Sunday on YouTube. Yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out the last 2 hours. First stream in a while where I haven't had any technical issues. Praise be to Nazmal Duke. Before I go, like I always like to end these with, man, life fucking sucks, man. You open the window, you open your phone, you look out the door, we're all just on fire, man. Listen, I think we can get through the next 7 days. So, let's do it. You, me, and everyone joining us. Let's get through. Next 7 days. Let's make the next Tuesday. That's all I'm asking. I'm gonna try my hardest, and I hope you do too. Again, my name is Tom. Right there, 161st week in a row. That's been the case. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. It is 11:04 on the East Coast. Go to bed.